my background is like in biodiversity. Okay, I used to work on biodiversity and little on agriculture and applications. Okay, even if I am doing cultures and developing so many agriculture, but I won't go deep on applications. Okay, that's what how I am working because my background is like this. But Sir has worked on entirely in algal cultivation systems, and he also developed some high production open pond systems in Chennai Medicine College, and also he worked on spirulina. Learn more about spirulina. So spirulina cultivation, those things, and pigment extraction on that things. He has developed various techniques to higher the production. Okay, if you want to extract some extraction like phycocyanin or something, the production rate, how to increase that. So that's how we can get some profit. Okay, economical, it will be viable. Okay, so on application, that's what he is working on application things. Okay, and he has finished his PDF in South Africa, Durban University. Okay, and with the short introduction, I invite him to give a small lecture to you so that it will be useful to you. Make use of it and don't make noise or disturbance. Okay.
I know I am standing in front of you on your lunch time. Right? I don't want to take much time. Before I give my lecture, I would like to thank Dr. Ranjith Kumar who given the opportunity for me to give a lecture on bioprospecting of algae. Right? Today we are going to discuss on bioprospecting of algae is nothing but application of algae. So there is a stylish word which I use the word bioprospecting. Right? It's nothing different. This is a kind of application only. Before we see my lecture, I just want to put a small video clip. This video clip is related to the world's famous scientist and their invention. Right? The world famous scientist and their invention. Thank you very much. I don't want to introduce myself because already Dr. Ranjith Kumar sir who given a nice introduction about me, right? My career and whatever. We just mentioned all the information. I just tell one or two information. When I started my school in a remote village, it's a typical Tamil medium. I studied all my school from 1st standard to 12th standard in a typical remote village. My plus 2 is in a government school. I studied plus 2 pure biology. You know, most probably pure biology means without maths, botany, chemistry, zoology. This is what I studied in my plus 2. Then I joined in Vivekananda College as a BSc degree in the year of 1996, Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda College. Then I moved to Tamil medium to English medium. Then I started my higher education 1996 to 2008. I started my BSc in 1996, then I completed my MSc the same college, MPhil the same college, PhD the same college. So I finished my doctorate in the year of 2008, I got my biology in 2009, then I worked the same college as a faculty member. Then I moved to Sri Murugappa Chettiar Research Center, then again I moved to Vivekananda College for work for 4 months, then I went to abroad. This is what my career started in higher education, right? So in that connection, I want to add a few video clip with this PPT. That is what you are looking at the PPT. Let me start that video. You enjoy this video.
Click me to morning, sir.
of you want to be like this? How many of you? Only one slowly raising hand. See, I am not your teacher. And here I am going to deliver a lecture. So you take me as a friend, right? See, if I am asking a few questions, it should be interaction only, right? You don't take it in some way. So I ask a question, how many of you want to be like this? Only few people who raise your hand, right? See how these people have become a scientist or discovered their own product because of everything is easy if you are crazy. Nothing is easy if you are lazy. So these people are crazy in their own subject or their own expertise. That is what they became a scientist. That is what they became a discovery of so many things, including our own subject, what you people study like a DNA. Am I correct? DNA. Watson Crick, the great Nobel laureates who discovered the double helix. Isn't it? You can take an example of our own Tamil Nadu. I think most probably you people are belongs to Tamil Nadu. Am I correct? Who discovered zero? Aryabhatta. That is very important. Zero. If you put 0 before 1, the value is 10. If you put 0 after the 0, the value is 100. If you put one more 0 after the 100, it is 1000. Like that, so the value, that is what the discovery. As I mentioned that word, everything is easy if you are crazy. Nothing is easy if you are lazy. Are you lazy people or crazy people? I know Anakali Research Institute recruiting the students who are crazy people. They don't want lazy people. Am I correct, sir? Right? Now you tell me, are you crazy people or lazy people? If you crazy, then another 1 hour I am going to give you a small lecture from starting from basic to end related to the bioprospecting of algae or application of algae. So we move on to next. Okay, I just added few things. It's supposed to come one by one, but already it came all together. How many of you want to be like this? I say, see, if some people who didn't raise your hand, if you can't, then who can? If you can't, then who can? Tamil solluma, ungalaga mudiyala vera yarala mudiyum. Neenga dhaan pannanum. You are the pillar. Today learners are tomorrow leaders. You understand what I am saying? So you can. Then again, there is another question in my mind. It was always nagging. See, if not now, then when? This is the right platform. That is what you search for your internship. So also institute like AARI, and actually A square RI. I used to say that. And actually ML Research Institute. See, wherever searching is there, definitely there will be a solution for the searching. That is what you got your internship and you are doing the last 10 days or 15 days. So almost 15 days you people are here. So whatever you have planned, do it immediately. Don't postpone it. You understand? Then I say, like, if not me, then who? I am standing in front of you as a best example. I don't want to tell about Watson Crick because you already studied in your school or college. I don't want to tell about the Aryabhatta, who is a researcher, a scientist, and a discoverer. Zero. Am I correct? I am also the same way. I am trying. My milestone also the same way. As I mentioned about my career, right? I started from school to college, then I worked in various institutions, including university, as he mentioned that Madras Durban University of Technology is one of the leading research institute in the field of algae and algal application. That is what I choose as my postdoc over there. I was worked as a dual role. One is as a faculty member, taking class like two students who are studying there in South Africa, Durban, and another role for me is a postdoc, doing a postdoctoral research work over there. I guided more than 4 or 5 students in the 2 years of tenure of my postdoc, 2010 to 12. So with these few words, what I want to tell you, again I want to repeat that word, everything is easy if you are crazy, nothing is easy if you are lazy. Keep it in your mind until you complete your postgraduate. Because I do not know whether you knowingly chosen this degree or unknowingly chosen this degree for your postgraduate. If you are joined your postgraduate, you are supposed to go for research. Otherwise, it's waste of time. Or you may have some area, you may go for your college level teaching, right? PGTRB or school teaching. You have to write B.Ed exam. You have to go for a B.Ed exam, then you have to write TET exam and a PGTRB exam. That is another stream. But you try maximum level to go for research. That is what Anakali Research Institute is supporting for you. This is the right platform for you to learn many things, though it is a small area. Because botany is a big domain. where you can see the lower group of organism to higher group of organisms. I can say as a microbiologist or I can say as an algalogist, the domain is covered by prokaryotic and eukaryotic. The people are studied at school level and college level also. I don't want to tell angiosperm, I don't want to tell bryophyte, I don't want to tell peridophyte. Altogether is covered by the greatest classification. Till date, the people have been using the classification is nothing but Carl Wolff's classification, or otherwise it is called 7 kingdom classification. You people might have studied 5 kingdom classification. It is nothing but Whittaker classification. Monera, Protista, Annandila. Am I correct? If people study the same way is connected this kind of information for understanding the subject, right, in a proper manner. So in that way, I am going to take some of the information related to algal application. The title which I given here, Bioprospecting of Algae. What is this? Bioprospecting of Algae. What do you mean bioprospecting? I am not asking question. I am just interacting with you people. If whatever you know the information, you please share with your own state. You can talk in Tamil also. I am ready to handle it. Anybody guess? Or anybody have in your mind what is bioprospecting? I said it is a fancy word. It's nothing but application only, as I mentioned. Anybody have idea about it? Because since you are here the last 14 days or 15 days, sir, you might have touched so many information, then another scholar who might have touched so many information. All together you connect, make it as a garland and put it to yourself, to make a banner of yourself. Anybody guess? What is bioprospecting? Yes, I want to tell one more thing. For you, you have 2 eyes. Around you, there are thousands of eyes are watching you. So be alert, attend the class properly. Right? Yes. Yes. Content or category? Content or category? Category. Someone is connecting the subject. Yes. I want to ask the question because of whether you people are alive or not. I know there are some people, the eyes are open. You understand what I am saying? Physically, you people are here, mentally you are somewhere. I don't want to give my lecture for that kind of people. I don't want to waste my time, I don't want to waste your time because time is precious. You know, every second there are so many interactions, inventions are going on. You understand what I am saying? So tell me, at least 2 minutes, quickly. I know the small group, so I like this kind of small group to take information or share the information for you. Yes? All girls who are sitting in front of 3 girls, not 3 idiots. Say something. Enna vaayila ungalku enna mind la thonudhu enna adu solunga. Tamil la kuda pesunga. I am ready to handle it because this information reaches to each and every one of the students who are here in the master degree. You are a master degree students. Yes. Very good. Very good. That is what I am asking you. Then anybody? Anybody? Nobody. Yeah. Everybody is here. See, I didn't tell anything. You are answering for all the questions. See, you say something and you say something. She take it all the information and she blow the information. She mentioned fiber remediation. She mentioned about application. This is what I am expecting you people. See, you have knowledge with you. The only problem is you have to brush up your knowledge. How you are eating the morning. The same way I supposed to do that. That is what I have some information for you. Okay, today you and me and Sar and other people we are here because of algae. Do you know that? How? Anybody guess? You know the earth when it was developed? Quickly, I don't want to waste time. Quickly, when the earth was developed? Millions. Okay, how many millions? It's very simple. See, the world, the earth was developed 4.5 billion years old. How many billion years? Billion years. Your age and my age is nothing. Our human lifespan is 70 years or 80 years. It was 90 or something, now decreasing that. A lifespan also due to the so many problems what we are facing in the day-to-day life. Right? So the earth was developed 4.5 billion years old. At the time there was no organisms. After 1.5 billion years took to develop the first living organism in the earth. Do you know which organisms developed in the earth? After 1.5 billion, 4.5, then 1.5, there is a 3.5 billion years old. Algae. Who said algae? Somebody said you. Algae. Immediately sound in the algae. It is algae only. But you and me, we can recognize as algae, but the world, entire scientists, they are telling their own style. The first formed living organism is a prokaryotic organism. It is nothing but cyanobacteria. The bacteria which they can synthesize their own food. The first formed organism which belongs to prokaryotic, it is a cyanobacteria. Again in cyanobacteria, you people might have studied about there are different organisms in your plus 2 level. I am not taking into the college level BSc what you did. Forget about your BSc. Go back to your plus 2. In your zoology paper book, there is information regarding the quashiker and marasmus. Have you heard about it? Quashiker and marasmus is nothing but it's a deficiency of nutrient. So for the deficiency of nutrient, we are supposed to take the good dietary nutrients, especially for the disease is a protein deficiency. Am I correct? You people have studied about SCP, single cell protein is nothing but spirulina. The spirulina belongs to prokaryotic. Understand? That when the earth was developed, the first formed living organism is a prokaryotic organism. You know the difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic. I don't want to teach you the school age this information, right? So this prokaryotic developed so many information to the earth. Today we are sitting and enjoying, right? Even without food we can stay for a long time, maybe 3 months or 2 months if you have enough strength in your body or immunity. But without air or without oxygen, you can be alive for how many minutes? Maybe few minutes. So that oxygen is given to the world first time by cyanobacteria. You understand? Right. Today we are enjoying, there is a layer which is controlling the so many unwanted rays which comes from sunlight. Cosmic rays, gamma rays, ultraviolet rays, UV rays, infrared rays. IFR is important, infrared rays which comes from sunlight and filter and again is coming through the ozone layer. The ozone layer is the entire earth was covered, the ozone layer is a filtering agent. The ozone layer is nothing but oxygen which developed by cyanobacteria. Till date, the content of oxygen in the atmosphere, right, whatever the percentage, I am not talking about atmosphere containing gases, there are 78% nitrogen source, there are 21% oxygen, am I correct? These are the combination of the gases, the mixed gases which is present in the atmosphere. Take example of the oxygen, full oxygen, right, I take it as a round percentage like 100%. Out of 100%, 60% or 70% of oxygen produced by algae alone. If people are lucky to study here this internship in AARI, because you are chosen the internship is related to algae and algal application. So till date, the 60% to 70% of oxygen is produced by algae. Again in algae there are different divisions are there. I think Dr. AARI and other scholars they might have touched about marine algae, seaweed, the so-called seaweed, the diatoms, so many things are there. Take it in another way, not only oxygen. I think you people are traveled to reach this place by bus or by two-wheeler, or maybe you can ride your own car if you have. I do not know, right? So all these automobiles are running because of fuel. Even we are alive, we are listening because of the fuel. What we have, the energy. Without energy, you may be dead. You can't understand what I am saying. Am I correct? So the fuel is important. Today, what we are using the fuel is called fossil fuel. Am I correct? Fossil fuel. Once upon a time, it was a living organism. Due to the disaster, natural disaster, earthquake or tsunami or whatever, all the natural the growing plants and animals are buried together in the soil due to the impression, compression, depression. These are related to the paleobotany, right? So became a crude oil. The crude oil takes place for refinery. Then we are getting so many types of fuel like white petrol, diesel, kerosene, like that. These are the process in the refineries. So all these products we are getting because of algae again. All the products because of algae. So 70 to 80% of the fossil fuel belongs to algae. Out of the 70% of the fossil fuel, as I said, the algae, 50% from diatoms. You people might have seen one or two diatoms in under the microscope. You might have seen in the internal structure there is a epitheca, hypotheca, the cup-shaped character. Inside you can see the droplets. The droplets maybe yellowish color, a brownish golden color because of it's nothing but the lipid content. That lipid content we are going to convert as a fuel. So we have proven things. The fuel, the fossil fuel which we have been using for so many years, it contains hydrocarbon. What do you call? Hydrocarbon. Hydrogen, carbon, hydrogen, carbon. There is a linear alternative chains of the hydrogen and carbon, the fossil fuel. The same is available in the algae also. That is what now people are thinking, due to the depletion of fossil fuel. Due to depletion of fossil fuel in 2050, now we are in 23. In 2050, 50, not 50, 50. Right, in 2050, we are not going to get a single drop of fossil fuel. What we are going to do? Already many scientists like you, many people around the world, even they are not expert in the particular subject, they became expert in the particular field for getting alternate energy. There are plenty of alternate energy. If time permit, come to the Madras Christian College, you might have seen there is alternate energy. What we have for the throughout year 365 days, we have alternate energy. We have our solar energy in our campus. Like take example of alternate energy, Kudangalam. We have alternate energy. Kalpakam, atomic energy. These are the alternate energies. But again, problems are there. If you are using the Kudangalam or Kalpakam, the radiation is there. It is going to affect the diversity of organisms, including human. So people are thinking how to prevent all this issue. We want zero pollution alternate fuel. What do you call? Zero pollution alternative fuel. Do we have any technology or do we have any organism to take such a kind of wonderful product? Yes, people are thinking and people are working. The people who are not expert in the field of algae, they are turned to algologists because of zero pollution alternative fuel can be taken from algae. There is a strain, already I mentioned to Dr. Kumar when he phoned me when he was near to the place. The place is called near Chengalpattu. There is a river, is called the Palaru. There was a strain. I don't know whether he has taken or not, but a few days back, one girl who came from Kerala, she collected a Batika workers and she showed us when she was in the internship. We had an internship last week. So there are around 35 students came from different states, including Kerala. The girl who collected, she is doing PhD in the field of alternative fuel using. So she collected a contaminated Batricococus burani. The advantage of this strain, the strain having a liquid is hydrocarbon. You need not to go for transesterification method. I will tell you what it is that transesterification is. Nothing but where we have the information in a systematic way. Where you have the information in a systematic way. For example, if you take algae, how a start for you, algae means a tiny cell, round shape, filamentous, isn't it? These are the morphological area. So whatever we collected in a systematic way for the reserve food material or the pigment or the morphological character like a cell wall arrangement, everything, right? This is a systematic way to understand. From that we are taking for application. That is what bioprospecting. So the bioprospecting which may increase the country GDP. Do you know GDP? Gross domestic products. See, I have 1 rupee. If I give 1 rupee to your name, what is your name? Indumala. What is the Lingamala. If I have 1 rupee, I am going to give Lingamala 1 rupee. What is the value? Again 1 rupee. That money goes to you. Your name please? Kalanidhi. Great name. Right. So the money value is 1 rupee. Instead of giving 1 rupee, I can give 1 banana. You understand? I am going to give 1 banana to her. What is the value now? 5 rupee. The cost is 1 rupee, but the value is more. You know why? The banana is enriched with so many vitamins. If you have the knowledge, you can explain and tell to your friends, hey, money is nothing. If you have this kind of food, it is going to help you. But advanced technology we have. Value-added products. What do you call? Value-added products. See, if I have just a banana, I can give you can take it as a breakfast or lunch or a small snacks. But if I have the dried banana pulp, then I can send to foreign country. Here 1 banana may be 5 rupees. The same banana, if I dry it and send to the abroad, the cost is, anybody guess? In Indian rupees, 1 banana is equal to 300 rupees to 500 rupees. Just imagine. This is not value added. Think out of the box. You may be 10 students or 12 students over here, but your knowledge is equal to 1,000 students. One individual knowledge. That is what Swami Vivekananda, what he expects from Tamil Nadu, especially from Chennai people. The people who belongs to Tamil Nadu and more or less Chennai. Am I correct? You are studying in a great institution like a Pachai Pass College. I know that. Right? Maybe the outside, if they tell about your college name, they think badly because of there are some issues. But we forgot about the issues. You came or you went there for the purposes of completing your degree, your master degree in the field of plant biology, biotechnology, or botany, or whatever. Your department may be botany, your course is maybe plant biology and biotechnology. Isn't it? So you understand the difference, right? How to make the value-added product. Can we do it in algae? Absolutely, we can do it. I'll tell you one small example, then move on to the next level. You people might know about spirulina. Am I correct? What is the shape? The spirulina? Louder. I don't want the sound of bus. Right? Spring-like structure, spiral-like structure, spirulina, spiral. Do you know the new name? Arthospira. So universally there are two strains are available. One is Arthospira maxima, another one is Arthospira plantensis, which is recognized by WHO, World Health Organization. They declare in the year of 2020, spirulina is the best superfood diagnostic. Superfood. This is not medicine. I am not giving any medicine. I am not a doctorate. I am a doctorate. You understand the difference? Doctor means nothing. Just 4 years and 1 year they are going to do and they are going to get a degree like MBBS. But doctorate is not like that. You have to finish your BSc, you have to go for MSc, like you, then finish your MPhil or may go for directly your PhD, then you became a doctor. Doctorate is just a degree. Keep it in your mind. That is what I am encouraging you people who you might have joined already knowingly or unknowingly with master degree, go for PhD. With the stipend, I will tell you in between how to get the stipend and all. Right. So now you understand the bioprospecting, how we are going to make. For this, I have a small information regarding how to make in a single line, how to make money. Instead of getting 1 rupee, I can get 1,000 rupees. Even I can get lakh. It depends upon my own knowledge. You understand? It depends upon my own knowledge. So here you can see the bioprospecting, how I am going to take it. First I have to do research. Without research you can't do that. Subramani Ramaswamy, Govindaswamy, he may start a hotel. He may run a hotel for until his retirement or until his age. But you and me not like that. Just 1 day is enough to change the entire world. Do you want any proof for that? Yes, I have proof. But you people faced a problem in the year of 2019, 2020, 2021 is nothing but COVID. During the 2 years, the entire world was robbed by a single organism. Just imagine, it's not for laughing, it happened, am I correct? Isn't it? You just imagine, it is not by war, it is not by any issue, just a single virus which completely locked the entire world. No movement, nothing, everything is arrested. Why can't you just thinking about yourself? You people are studying a number of organisms belongs to the domain of algae or maybe a subject like a microbiology. See, the one organism having such a capacity, why not you? Why not you make money? Instead of 1 rupee keeping with you in a hand, you can make 1 rupee to 1,000 rupees or lakhs or crore or million. Isn't it? For that, you have to learn application. For that, if you want to learn application, first you have to study the basic subject. For fundamental subject, like how you study the school, how you study the +2, how you study your BSc, then you will move on to the MSc. So wherever you are learning that information, first you have to learn theoretical knowledge. My lecture maybe is a theoretical knowledge, but it is going to help you when you are going to do some kind of research in AARI. Right? You are going to club it. Then you take that information in your knowledge, then implement as application. This is what? The platform here is ready. If you are ready, you can take it, otherwise someone will take it. That is what? These people are working. These people are belongs to NGO, non-government organization, non-profit organization. You know the electricity cost? You just imagine. So you know the rent? Every second we have to pay money. Even ask your parents, they will tell you the hidden truth. Don't think that everything is we are getting free of cost. They are cheating us. The ruling party, they are cheating us. I don't want to go all this related to the politician, what they are doing. Is none of my business. As an academician, I want to tell you, why not you people try to get some settlement of your life as a white collar job. What do you call? White collar job. I'm not saying you people take 10 kg of bag and carrying to one place to another place or Coimbatore, right, do some work and get money. It is not that. It is painful work. I know that. That's why you people are studying PG. You would have stopped your school and go for Coimbatore market, do every day, and you can get some money like a 500 rupees per day. Is this your life? No. You think out of the box. That is what I am saying that, right? So here, first you have to do research. You got the right placement over here. You are going to learn 0.0001% of research here in AARI. That is because the 15 days is not enough. The research is like an ocean, but the ocean we can get it through if you collect a small drop of water. The many drops of the small water to become ocean. You understand what I am saying? So research, then projects, right? The projects means over here product related information. If you do some research, you will get some product. As I said, banana, then dried material. The people, because we cannot carry the fresh banana to some country because it is going to contaminated or degrade, or it is going to happen so many things because the climate is vary country to country. So that we have to think how to give the product. I like mambada, so that I am here in Chennai, I can take the variety of mambadas. You understand? But what about the US people? They are fond of Romania. They are fond of Malgova. You know the cost of Malgova in Chennai, right? Maybe 150 rupees or 200 rupees. The same Malgova, the same mango, the pulp, the cost is over there, 1 kg is nearly 15,000 rupees. You just imagine. This is what value added products. You have to think out of the box. So the product, how we have to analyze, then income, how to make money. See, if you prepare something and tell to your friends, they will, what they do? Hey, I have some idea, I done it, I got this product. Inform to your friend, they will tell, hey, he got something. Maragandichi, according to your language. Right? Nobody is going to recognize. I know that. I know the difficulty. I know the difficulty in the scientific platform. The people may cheat you, or sometimes the people may be ready to kill you if you have something different. But you have to overcome all it. Because you only have the knowledge. You understand? You only have the knowledge how to make a different kind of product using algae or whatever. Right? Forget about algae. Right? I am just taking a general information to understand. So we can make money. For that I will give one small example which I started 5 minutes ago, spirulina. Am I correct? Spirulina, we know that it is a spiral character. It is a cyanobacteria, or otherwise it is called BGA. What it is? What is it? Explain. Blue-green algae. I know your HID who is expert in the field of blue-green algae, Dr. Murugesan. And there is a Potisori, there is another professor which belongs to algology. Then one more, Prabhakaran, who is also in the field of algology. Am I correct? So, this cyanobacteria, the spirulina, if you have as a biomass, 1 gram of a spirulina biomass, 7 rupees to 15 rupees in Indian market. You can earn only this much amount. If you have knowledge, you break the cell, remove the pigment. What color the spirulina or the cyanobacteria pigment? Anybody guess? If you are studying, not studying, you are supposed to answer for the question. This is question. Right? This is question. Right? I don't want to ask you a question. Here and there, 1 or 2 questions I am going to ask. Anybody? What kind of pigments are there? If people are studying algae, the classification, there are 11 different families belongs to algae based on the pigment, based on the rhizophilic material, based on the morphological character. That's our classification is over. You may be studying ground classification or which classification. So many classifications are there. I do not know what classification you people studied in the first PG. What are the pigments are there in the cyanobacteria?
Phycocyanin and phycoerythrin.
So I know you are a research scholar. What about this, my students? Right. Okay. Do you know universal pigment? Universal pigment. Chlorophyll A is a universal pigment. Apart from B, C, D, like that is that. I am not taking again class. I don't want to go in deeper because I have to finish some of the information. Then accessory pigments are there. When the accessory pigment is dominated, the entire organism is related to that. Chlorophyll A is there because it's a photosynthetic organism. You know the world most abundant enzyme? The world most abundant. உலகத்திலே எங்க பார்த்தாலும் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு என்சைம், அது இல்லைன்னா ஒளிச்சேர்க்கையே கிடையாது. இதை விட ஒரு சிம்பிளான ஒரு விஷயம் அதை சொல்ல முடியாது. இதுதான் எக்ஸாம்ல கேட்கறாங்க. எங்க when you are going to write CSIR exam, next when you are going to write SET exam, state eligibility, when you are going to write UPSC exam, when you are going to write a TNPC, Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission, or Andhra Public Service Commission, or Kerala Public Service Commission, or PCB, Pollution Control Board, you people are eligible to become a scientist without doctorate. Keep it in your mind. You need not to complete your doctorate. As sir, he will tell you more information on it. I don't have time. Without PhD, you people are eligible to become a doctorate in Pollution Control Board, NBA, National Biodiversity Authority. Right? There are many people, but you have to write UPSC exam. Right? Union Public Service Exam. If you clear, you will become a scientist without a doctorate. There are many grades are there, like a scientist A, B, C, D, E, F. I think my lecture is interesting. Am I correct? Then you cooperate with me. We will move on to next level, next level, next level. Yes, can you? Pigment. Phycocyanin, phycoerythrin, allophycocyanin. I'll tell you one example. I don't have much time to take you people because, as I mentioned at the beginning, right? I'm standing in front of you on your lunch time, right? I don't want to, break your lunch time, so you may go for your lunch time. In a few minutes, you just listen what I'm going to tell you the information. For that, one single example how to make money. The pigment, as I said, phycocyanin, phycoerythrin. What is the color? The pigment, phycocyanin. Cyanin means bluish color. Cyanin means blue color. Right? Phycocyanin, phycoerythrin, allophycocyanin, phycoerythrocyanin. These are the pigments. So these pigments are phycobily proteins. They belongs to phycobily. That's because spirulina is a single cell protein. It's a protein dominated organism. If you take one algae, one spirulina, the entire biomass, the maximum contribution is protein. That is what we call it as a single cell protein. There are many plants also having protein rich material. Right? Amma used to make nice sambar. Right? Where the dal they put, it is fully protein. Amma make nice chicken for you people. It's rich protein. I don't know how many of you see in the protein stall, they mention Sugana protein stall. I don't know how you people are listen all the information. You're supposed to learn by way. Not only in the notebook or not only in the textbook. You have to learn all the information from the advertisement also. So protein stall. So we have animal protein, we have a plant-based protein. Algae, is this plant-based protein or animal-based protein? Absolutely. Cyanobacteria, is this plant or animal? Why? Due to the presence of chloroplast. Very good. Very good. The photosynthetic organism. Right. So as I said, the 1 gram of biomass, how rupees to 15 rupees the spirulina. If we extract the pigment, phycocyanin or phycoerythrin, allophycocyanin from the biomass, the cost is something different because that much demand in the world. Generally, our product we are going to use as a food, we are going to use as algal biomass I am talking. We are going to use as a feed for animal, we are going to use for cosmetic industry, we are going to use for pharma industry, we are going to use in the medical industry, pharma industry. Like that, so many applications are there. I have a pictures. Without slide, I am just sharing with you because I don't know whether the size is enough for you to see all the information. It's very small. It is not legible. Right? That is what I am keep on taking that kind of information to understand about the bioprospecting of algae. That's the topic which I am delivering information currently for you. For you people. So the pigment, the phycocyanin, if you purify and you are taking for biomedical industry. What it is? Biomedical. Do you know angiogram? I've heard about that one. What it is? Not for research, I am asking for the PG students. Angiogram. Heart block. Right? Heart block. If you take too much of food outside, we do not know how many times they use the oil. The repeated oil having so much of carbon content, this and that. The oil is nothing but it's a fatty acids. If people are studied saturated, unsaturated, polyunsaturated fatty acids. But at the level, the master level, you have to learn what is saturated, what is unsaturated, what is polyunsaturated. It is nothing but palmitic acid, stearic acid, oleic acid. There are so many. Decohexanoic acid, pectinoic acid, omega-3 fatty acids. If people are seeing the advertisement in day-to-day life in the TV channel, Horlicks, the woman Horlicks, DHE Horlicks, that folic acid is very important again. Right. So the pigment like a phycocyanin is commonly used in pharma industry. For what? Means for diagnosing of disease. What disease? Heart attack. If you have heart attack means somewhere your blood circulation is stopped due to the blockage of lipid content in your heart. You understand? So how we are going to do that? How the doctor is going to diagnose? the doctor going to diagnose with the kit, the study is called angiogram. What they do? They will take some synthetic chemical, they will inject our vein through the syringe, it will carry in our blood, right, enter into the heart, where the liquid is there, it is going to bind and emit the fluorescent color. But the problem is, the synthetic chemicals, if you consume, it is going to give a side effect like a cancer. See, I went to the hospital for clear my problem like a heart attack. But I cleared the heart attack, but I had some more additional infections like a cancer, side effects. How I am going to survive this world? The people are thinking. So, the scientists, the entire world they are looking, is there any, without side effect chemicals are naturally developed or synthesized naturally. I am not saying about the chemical synthesis, naturally. Yes, we have. Take example of when you are going across a street or when you are going in some places, you can see beside road the trees are there. How the flowers are having a different colors, the petals, because of the pigments. Even take our hair, maybe I have two different colors of hair, white and black. The carotenoid, the pigment is important, right? Keratin, what do you call keratin? It's important. Yeah, it's a kind of protein, right? The petals are having different colors. The colors are naturally developed in the plants. The petals, the flowers. The same way algae are having. That is what people are studying the classification. Like the classification having a different colors. Chlorophyce, the pigment is green color pigment. That is what belongs to these organisms are green algae. Then if you see some red algae, including seaweed, like Gracilaria, Laminaria, Gelidium, they are reddish color. That is what it's called the rhodophyce. Rhodo means reddish color. Cyanobacteria is a bluish color due to the domination of the accessory pigment like phycocyanin, phycoerythrin, allophycocyanin. Is it clear, all of you? So coming to the application. Now I said what is organism, how we are going to identify the organism, how we are going to get the product from the organisms, how we are going to utilize the organism product in different market strategies. What do you call? Different market strategies, especially medical market is one of the biggest mafia, I can say. Right, you people are eligible to get after you complete your master degree. Don't think that I have to complete my PhD then only Ranjith sir told in the talk. It is not like that. There is a hub for medical industry. Even with just MSc is enough, just a second class, right? Second class is enough. If you have your CV, the proper CV with your master degree, you can apply the area, Gujarat. Right? In Gujarat, there is an area for, especially for pharma industry. Do you know the place in Gujarat? Not Hyderabad. Don't say it belongs to Andhra. Ahmedabad. What do you call? Ahmedabad. All the streets, when you go to Paris, 9 street, you can see all the products are available. The same way, when you go to the Ahmedabad, each and every streets are having pharma industry. Even I can tell you another one important pharma industry who has saved lot of life in India and foreign country during the pandemic. Bioprospecting, who produced the vaccine on behalf of India. You know, vaccine, not Covishield, vaccine, right? Developed from our own country product, Bioprospecting. You and me, ask your parents, not you and me, ask your friends, including me. Are we get money or salary? Of course, if you are government employee, every 30th day, the credit amount. But what about the daily wages? What about the business people? They laugh. Ask your parents, they will tell you how they overcome during the situation of the pandemic situation of the 2 years. Isn't it? See, money is important, but how you are going to earn it, that is important. You people are knowledgeable people, you are studying your master degree, you are not like a layman ready to fight, but you cannot fight. You have to overcome the fight and get the information in a proper way, especially in the scientific part. So coming to the pigment, what I mentioned about the pigment, it's naturally organic material. It has the capacity of fluorescence, like how the light is fluorescent, the tube light is fluorescent. That is what you are looking at informations, right? So these pigments are having the fluorescent character. It has a capacity of emitting bioillumination. You know, Minmani Kuchi, have you heard about it? Have you seen? How many of you seen? During the nocturnal, right? Night time, the insects will fly. You can see the back side, there will be a small bulbing like characters. It's a costly one material. It's a natural. If you kill it, won't give the distilling character. You understand? Don't kill it. Right? You have to conserve it. Don't kill it. Sas said. So immediately you go and catch and kill. It won't glow. It won't glow. Not glow. It won't glow. Right? So the pigments are having a natural pigments like a bioillumination. So this phycocyanin they are using in medical industry, especially the pharma medical industry strategy, because it is going to react with the lipid. Our heart, where the lipid content is there, that is what we have a block heart attack. So these pigments are going to bind. How? Take a pinch. If people study, 1 means mono, 2 means di, 3 means tri, right? Mono, di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa, hecta, octa, nona, kappa, right? There are different, right? So this is a pinch means not microgram, nanogram. Very small pinch. They will dissolve in the water because it's a dissolving in water character. The phycobilic protein inject in our vein. It will carry through blood and enter into the heart. Wherever the lipid, it is going to bind. It is going to bind and it will emit the fluorescent color. Then they will sit the doctor in front of the computer, the monitor, wherever the heart block, it is going to blow the character so that they detect. This is what angiogram. You know the cost of the pigment? I said 1 gram of spirulina biomass, the cost is 7 rupees to 15 rupees. But the pigment, a pinch, right? We can't measure the pinch. Take 1 gram of the pigment, phycocyanin, in Indian rupees is around 700 rupees to 1000 rupees. How much? Which money is better? 1000 rupees is better or 15 rupees is better? If I have 15 rupees this hand, I have 1000 rupees this hand. If I say you can take which money you want, most of you come and take it 1000 because we are used to bother about the 15 rupees. It's nothing, isn't it? This is what the product. You understand, right? So we have to get the knowledge through research and do the product and get the income, then conserve again. You need not to exploit it. You understand what I am saying? So you have to keep something for next generation. You have to keep something for the next generation, like the spring, what you call, right? The dynasty. So then only we can keep on giving the products. So all these things all together is nothing but bioprospecting, right? So we can take here, it's a simple example what I given, one algae, a small tank. Even at home you can make money. If you have a small jar is enough. Making money means not directly keeping in your pocket 100 rupees or 1000 rupees. Making money for what? To enjoy our life. Yes, I want AC, I can put on AC. If I have money, otherwise I cannot put. Yes, I want to sleep in a bed. If I have money, I can go in the furniture, I will give the money, they will bring the kettle and put it there, the bed and all. You understand what I am saying? So we can do that. Even a small container of algae, it is going to help you for us to get a brick, the proper oxygen. This also, prevention is better than cure. Varumun kapom. You understand what I am saying? No yatra valve, private health is the wealth. You understand what I am saying? So you have to learn many things to understand about the subject, not only for making money. Even without making, if you have a cup of water with the algae, the container, this produces a good amount of oxygen into the atmosphere where you are living. You understand? Yeah. This is what, there are so many products are there. What is the advantage when compared to other organisms? Algae are the best organisms because it provide a few amount of some elements, few amount of some, as he mentioned, like a nutrient, carbon dioxide. You need to pay for carbon dioxide. No, it is there in the atmosphere. Everybody are facing the problem like a global warming. Today, people are sitting under the fan, but still sweaty because of the hot, the temperature which increased the entire world. People are thinking, and we have so many conferences, global warming related. G20 recently we had, even still is going on in India, G20. The program where this part of global warming, So the carbon dioxide is there in the atmosphere. The algae is going to take it. For what purpose algae is going to take the carbon dioxide? For photosynthesis. For photosynthesis. You and me, we want oxygen. Without oxygen, we can't live. You and me, we want food. Like that, algae also, it is a living organism. What do you call? It is a living organism. It requires food or energy. What you study, you people, C6H12O6 is nothing but carbohydrate. It's a polysaccharide. You understand how they are getting this polysaccharide, C6H12O6, with the help of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, with the help of light, the spectrum of light from the sunlight, the naturally available sunlight. That is what I mentioned over here. Some nutrients, light and carbon dioxide. This is enough with a container of water with a few amount of the algae which is present in that. They are going to do the photosynthesis. so that during the photosynthesis, whatever is getting the product like carbohydrate, it's food for or energy for fuel for the organism for multiplying. There will be a the byproduct is O2, oxygen, which enter into the atmosphere. Even if you are not looking the value added product, just you grow organism, you are going to have a good health when you are going to. Right, and again there is one information, not all algae is going to grow in our condition. Again there are so many algae are good, there are few algae are harmful, algae are there. For that you have to read and understand the subject, right? Yeah. Shall we move on to next level? Yes. So the overview information is there, but I am going to touch a few informations like coming to the origin of life, as I said, right? You can see here 4.5 billion years. Then move on to the first living organism, 3.5, the cyanobacteria, blue-green algae. We are in the top. See, we are the human. You can see starting from here, right, into here, these algae are there. So you know the age of spirulina? How many age? How many hold the spirulina organism which we are having? 3.5 billion years old. Till date we have organisms. Am I correct? You people see, when you go and collect some sample, the water body, you can see there are some cyanobacteria. Not only spirulina, Crucococcus, Synechococcus. I do not know whether you have studied all this information in your algae paper. I think you people have studied in your first MSc algae paper. Am I correct? So you might have know about all the information what I am saying. Though it is a tiny cell, a small tiny cell, or filamentous, a branch, even the pseudo characters are there. Anybody guess the pseudo character of cyanobacteria related information? False branching. Yes, that is what I am asking. Okay, it's up to you. I don't want to go in deeper about the classical information. Anyway, so now you understand that how the origin of life and how we are here in the so many billions of years, like starting from the organism like unicellular, prokaryotic to multicellular. This is called the divergency. Right? The divergency character starting from unicellular, prokaryotic to multicellular. Plants are prokaryotic or eukaryotic plants. Eukaryotic, multicellular, higher plants. Lower plants are there, are some prokaryotics are there. That is what I say. You forgot about the classification like a Bentham-Hooker classification. Forgot about the classification like a Gymnot classification for gymnosperm or pteridophyte. Take one classification, the universal classification, the Karl Marx classification, which covered almost all the area. That is right, Anamila, proto, right. This kind of the character altogether is the classification, right? Yeah. So the world biggest oxygen producer, already I touched the information. Algae is the world biggest oxygen producer because it is an autotrophic or photosynthetic. I think you people have studied some more advanced. I think so. Your teacher might have teach that information. Mixotrophic. Have you heard about it? Autotrophic means they can synthesize their own food. Heterotrophic means it depends on others. What about mixotrophic? Both conditions. Right? Algae have such a capacity, not plants. Algae comes under plants, but this is something different, unique characters. Algae are. That is what it's a lower group of plants, the so-called Thallophyta. What do you call? Thallophyta. Thallus means assemblage of a chlorophyll-bearing photosynthetic organism is nothing but algae. This is a simple definition which is commonly used by university in almost all the countries. Isn't it? So these algae are producing good amount of oxygen into the atmosphere. As I said, you can see here 80% estimated in the world. The biggest oxygen producer is microbes, especially the contribution from algae. Right? This is the origin of life. Then we know that today where we are, right? The entire earth was with a single continent, Pangea. Right? You studied good in school. That is what you have still that remember. Right? Pangea. Then after that, so many continental drift due to the tectonic plant movement. What do you call? Tectonic plant movement, right? The earth is movement, right? So due to the stress and so many issues are there. Then it moved to Laurussia and Gondwana. Then again, right? It moved. Currently now we are the earth today. This is the earth today. We are right. North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, India. Here unnecessary research institutes. Right? You are sitting here and there. I am giving a lecture for you here. So Australia. These are the today the origin of life on earth, what we have. Then these are the information which I mentioned already. Right. Yeah. Coming to the general characters of algae, I think Dr. Ilay and the scholar, they might have taught you the size, the range of organism. Which is the smallest living organism in the world? Smallest living organism in the world? Bacteria. How many of you say bacteria? Please raise your hand. The small physical exercise. I know that you are sitting fully like this, right? Your blood circulation not evenly, properly, or moving. So raise your hand and say some do exercise, right? Do some exercise. Yes. How many of you? Then why you said bacteria? How? How? Give me a proper information. That is what you are here in AARI. I am not asking the person who is going and the layman in the roadside. I am not asking the roadside man, hey, come here, tell me what you learned. I can't. It's none of my business, but you are studying here. You know the knowledge, the packed knowledge from first standard to 12th standard and your UG, and now you are in your PG and you are going to move to your final year. You are a role model for the whole college. Why we cannot take it virus as a living organism? Your name please. Vaishnavi, can you tell me? Almost he fetched that information. Virus is the smallest organism in the world, but we are not taking it as a living organism. The reason
Because it needs some host to.
it is
Living
inactive condition. Absolutely, what the research scholar she mentioned, right? Virus it is there in the atmosphere in an inactive condition. It won't multiply. See, the living organism, how we are going to decide? Because it is going to multiply. Take example of plant. Every day you pouring water and looking. Some days it growing, became a big tree. Because there is a growth. As take example of Vaishnavi. When she was at the age of 1, small. Now around 17 years or 18 years, your age or 19 years. How old are you? 21 years. I said it's 19, right? 21 years. See the size, the growth, our body. You understand? So this is what we have to understand about the living organism, how it works. But virus, when it is in the atmosphere, it is inactive. Otherwise it is called a contagious fluid. CSAR exam, they may ask this kind of question. You understand? Please note it that in point when you are going to write CSAR, UPSC exam. They are not going to ask the different way what you mentioned. Contagious fluid means what? There will be a 4 option. They mention bacteria, cyanobacteria, or you people may confuse when you are looking bacteria, cyanobacteria more or less same. So you may confused with the choosing of the option for the multiple choice question, right? Then they put virus at last. B, C, D, D virus. Then you have to think virus. Virus is a contagious fluid. Otherwise it's called venom. Venom means it's nothing but poison. Isn't it? So when it is in the atmosphere, it won't multiply because it is inactive condition, or otherwise it is called what you say the common word dead material. What do you call? Dead material, because it won't multiply. If the organism want to multiply, it requires a host. Who is host for virus? We are the host. Animals are the host. Plants are the host. If you people study about the virus infected plant like a tobacco, mosaic virus, if people are studying, I know that. The virus which causes a disease like the COVID for human, plant, animal, pomari, there is a disease for cattle because of the viral disease which infect. So the virus, smallpox, rabies virus. Who discovered the rabies virus vaccine? Who discovered vaccine? Louis Pasteur. Or clap information. Right? Yeah, Louis Pasteur is a great scientist who discovered so many inventions. One among the invention is vaccine for rabies. Then he discovered so many things, even for pasteurization, milk. Today, Arvin, we are taking, we are in the city because of Louis Pasteur. Whenever you look milk, you salute it. Yes, give the technology for us what we are enjoying today. Right? So the virus is there, but it is not a living organism. It required a host. That is what during the pandemic. Why we put curfew? The curfew is nothing but closed, banned, right? Arrested almost. Don't come to the street. Don't mingle with the people because the virus, it is in the atmosphere, maybe stay some time in a non-living condition, but when it is entered to the host, we are the host, it will start to multiply and taking the food from our body. That is what we are getting disease. That is what the immunity is going down. and people are right. I do not know how many of you have experienced. I had during the second wave. I had a COVID for 30 days. I couldn't do anything. Right, I didn't go for hospital because around my house, in my building, the campus, right, there are many people died in front of us. I am afraid about to go hospital. It happened for me, but I know what it is. I know what I want to take it for, improving my immunity. Protein. Virus are going to eat more protein from our body. That is what doctor advice takes Sundal. Even during the pandemic, you people have had experience. Your parents maybe tell you to go for a chicken stall, mutton stall, fish stall. Fish is nothing but it's rich of protein. You people have studied about the biological term like a central dogma of life. What it is? Central dogma of life. You people studied? Somewhere you studied. What is that? Central dogma of life. Transcription, translation, synthesizing of protein. So our body is important protein. Even for organism is important for protein. That is what the doctor advised to take the much number of proteins. So the proteins are available in algae, but the size is vary, right? So the algal size is starting from 2 micron to 700 meter. 700 meter. See, you can see a small tiny cell. You know the head pin, right? The size. You can take it in 1,000 times smaller. That size of algae we have. We have hundreds meters to 300 meters, 400 meters algae we have. Not in the water bodies like in fresh water. When you go to sea, right? We call it as kelp forest. You people studied in the mesophil, there are different types of forest. Gondwana, suburban, Sundarban forest, like that. Am I correct? But this is a forest which is there in the sea water, marine forest we call it as. Otherwise it is called carbon sink or blue carbon. What do you call? Blue carbon, where they are reducing the huge amount of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere because of these macrocysts like algae which grow more than 100 meters to 200 meters, 300 meters. You can see here, I just mentioned over here the macrocysts, the size. This is a unicellular, tiny cell, this is a filamentous cell. If you understand the basic information, the classic, it will be very easy for application when you go. You understand? So that we will study somewhere you study. What is it? Central dogma of life. Transcription, translation, synthesizing of protein. So our body is important protein. Even for organism is important for protein. That is what the doctor advised to take the much number of proteins. So the proteins are available in algae, but the size is vary, right? So the algal size is starting from 2 micron to 700 meter. 700 meter. See, you can see a small tiny cell. You know the head pin, right? The size. You can take it in 1,000 times smaller. That size of algae we have. We have hundreds meters to 300 meters, 400 meters algae we have. Not in the water bodies like in fresh water. When you go to sea, right? We call it as kelp forest. You people studied in the mesophil, there are different types of forest. Gondwana, suburban, Sundarban forest, like that. Am I correct? But this is a forest which is there in the sea water, marine forest we call it as. Otherwise it is called carbon sink or blue carbon. What do you call? Blue carbon, where they are reducing the huge amount of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere because of these macrocysts like algae which grow more than 100 meters to 200 meters, 300 meters. You can see here, I just mentioned over here the macrocysts, the size. This is a unicellular, tiny cell, this is a filamentous cell. If you understand the basic information, the classic, it will be very easy for application when you go. You understand? So the tiny cells, so this is the size like a 2 micrometer to 70 meter. We call it as gained organism. Gained. I think you people studied in genetics. There are 2 types of chromosomes, polytene chromosomes and Lambrus chromosomes. Am I correct? It's a gained chromosome. The size is so huge. The same way here, that is molecular studies. Here is just looking your organism. When you see the big size, more than 100 meters or 200 meters. And almost all the algae have their own pigment. Apart from chlorophyll, they have their own pigment like a phycocyanin, phytoerythrin, other phycocyanin, all other pigment, including fucoidine. There are many pigments are there, right, which is available in algae. Yes, what are the algae? Already I mentioned that. Your sir also he mentioned. And the habit of algae, that is important. Where you collected? Have you collected any algae from anywhere?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Even at home, go to the sink near your home kitchen, you will get algae. Go to the tank, you are upstairs, you can get algae. In the pipeline, you can get algae. Algae is everywhere. So that it is called a cosmopolitan organism. What do you call? Cosmopolitan organism. It is everywhere. You can see the number of organisms, the diversity, including algae, right? Yeah. So that is what I mentioned here: fresh water, marine water, brackish water. Anybody have idea about brackish water? Absolutely. The river mouth and the sea mouth, when it is connecting, the place is called a brackish. The another term is called a estuary, not estuary. Right? Don't confuse. There is a lady who is expert, the singer, right? This is estuary, where the pH is something not high, something not go down. 7 means a neutral pH, what you are taking, the drinking of water. But little bit higher, this is the right place for breeding of so many fishes and other things. That is what many fishes are coming from sea to brackish water, breed, then go back. You understand? So this is what the advantage, because the algae are primary producer. Because algae are primary producer. If the chain is cut, there is no life for anyone, including you and me. Today we are sitting because of the chain is working in a proper way, functioning in a proper way. The primary producer is nothing but algae. Then primary consumer, again there is some organisms are there, belongs to animal, right? The primary producer, we call it as phytoplankton. Phyto means plant. Algae belongs to phytoplankton. These phytoplanktons are going to feed by zooplankton. What you call animal, the small animals are there. Then the zooplankton going to feed by fish and other things. This is the complete chain. Then finally human. This is called the food web. What do you call? The food web, a food chain. If there is a one breakage, entire life is going to lost. Right? It's lost. Entire life is going to lost because of the breaking of the chain. So don't think that you are not only studying algae, you are connecting the primary producer to the end product. You are giving a life to so many organisms when you are going to study such a kind of subjects. Is it clear? So you must learn about these things, like where you can collect all the informations. These are the water bodies, the habit of organisms in different. Now recently the people are taking the algae. You can take it from wastewater also. You understand? Wastewater. I have some pictures. I will show you what it is. So this is what we have to collect, and we know phototrophs, autotrophs, phototrophs. These are the different terminology. Is nothing but they can synthesize their own food with the help of light, carbon dioxide. The product is carbohydrate. O2, I put this arrow mark because of it's a gas molecule which always enter into the atmosphere. You cannot put it in the down. It will enter because it's a absolutely right. So that I just added this information for growing this algae. What important? See, for human being. If you want to live in this world, we need a 3 major constitution. Do you know 3 major constitution? Your name, please? Bhumika. Nice name. Bhumika, tell me what are the 3 major constitution for us? Tamil சொல்லணும்னா தமிழ்ல சொல்றேன். இந்த உலகத்துல வாழணும்னா 3 முக்கியமான விஷயம் நமக்கு தேவை. அது இல்லைன்னா இந்த உலகத்துல யாருமே வாழ முடியாது. அது உங்க பேர்? அருண் சொல்லுங்க அருண். ஆக்சிஜன் ஃபுட் தான். அப்ப திரும்பி ஃபுட்னு சொல்றீங்க. அதுவும் சாப்பாடு தான். ஷெல்டர், ஃபுட், கிளாத் அண்ட் ஷெல்டர். உண்ண உணவு, உடுக்க உடை, உருங்க இடம். மூணாவது தான் உருங்க இடம். இல்லைன்னா கூட நாடோடியா டைனஸ்டி. People are demotes. Now only we have civilization. We are sitting here. Otherwise we will move on to one place to another place for hunting. Right? For taking food, for catching food. So it was our forefathers. It happened for us. Right? So due to the civilization we are here. You understand? We have a 6th sense, we are utilizing our sense. That is what you are listening in class, otherwise you would have fight with me at this moment. I know that. What the behavior is. You understand? So, as I said, if you want to live in this world, we need a 3 major constitution. There is nothing but food, cloth and shelter. The same way, right? The same way, if plant wants to grow, or any plants, including algae, what 3 major constitution is important? Light, water. This all comes under one category. It is NPK. What do you call? NPK. These are the 3 major constitution which is important for the growth of plants or any living organisms like autotrophs. You understand? All the autotrophs is required 3 major constitution. NPK. Without that, there is no life for organisms. That is what how God created such. I don't know whether you people believe in religion. But right, for me all religions are same. But I like it, how God created such a wonderful world to live, you and me, without plant, there is no life. Plant-animal interaction, what do you call? Plant-animal interaction. If there is no plant, there is no animal. If there is no animal, there is no plant. This is what the interactions. How you people are studying the symbiont, algae and fungi together, or algae and the gymnosperm together. You people are studying the symbiont, like a give and take policy. The same way, the plants are growing, right? NPK is the three major constitution. Where it is present, NPK. Atmosphere nitrogen source. See, if people mention about the mixture of gas in the atmosphere, when I asked the beginning of my talk, you mentioned about 71% or 78% is enriched by the atmosphere gas is nitrogen source. Isn't it? Am I correct? So the 78% of the nitrogen source, how it is going to utilize? Because of the plants are there, which is going to utilize. But not all plants are going to trap the atmosphere nitrogen. Only few, including the few algae is going to trap the atmosphere nitrogen. Do you know what are the algae is going to trap the atmosphere nitrogen? Because you are a PG students, that is what I am asking this question. Now I am asking the second question for you. Maybe 5 or 10 questions I am going to ask in video. That's all. Yes, anybody guess? Anabira, in what way? What character is there? How it is going to trap the atmosphere nitrogen? Absolutely, but talk to the information very much. Eclocyst. There are some bacteria which has the capacity to trap the atmosphere nitrogen. There are some plants, the leguminaceae, you people study the, see, without the classical information, without the subject knowledge, you cannot stand like me to share the information. I am ready to take all the information. I am just touching with the bacteria. I am going to touch about the higher plants which is trapping the atmosphere nitrogen. Leguminaceae, right? Papilionaceae, Fabaceae, these are the three major plants which trap the atmosphere nitrogen. If people are studied and you people know about, there is a plant which commonly used for the practical purpose to understand about the leguminaceae or nitrogen fixation. Arachis hypogea, groundnut. When you pull out, right, the root nodules are there, is nothing but where the symbiont is there. Nitromonas, there is a bacteria which involved for the trapping atmosphere. In same way, there are few algae are having such a capacity for trapping atmosphere nitrogen. So the nitrogen is the major source for the growth of organisms. So where it is taking from the atmosphere, not all the plants, not all the algae, there are certain groups they have the capacity of trapping atmosphere. Then phosphorus and potassium are from the soils. The soils are enriched by various elements. Right? I'm adding one more information for you people. See the entire earth. How much percentage covered by water? How much percentage covered by land? Anybody guess? Sir, don't ask question. This is not question. 3 by 4, I can't understand what you are saying. Okay, how much water content, what is the size of water content? Size? How much size of the fresh water is there? How much size of the marine water is there? 3% is fresh water, right? 97% is marine water. The marine waters are enriched with various minerals. That is what, very recently, almost 202 countries in the entire world. Out of 202 countries, almost 185 countries, they are looking how to get a profit of product from sea organisms. Because the sea area is still unexplored. You understand? The sea area is still unexplored. Maybe tomorrow you are going to do, you became a Nobel laureate. We do not know what will happen tomorrow. Tomorrow is never promised what I am saying. You understand? So there is unexplored area where, see, there are so many organisms are there. We didn't identify, we didn't take it for the value-added product or making money. You understand? That is what the NPK is the major nutrient for the growth of algae. Then, as I said, why algae is important? Because it is helpful for the entire year, like producing oxygen, producing a primary food as a consumer. You understand? And also it's helpful for the soil fertility. That is what you people are studying fertilizer, right? Fertilizer. Do you know Sultan Ismail? Dr. Sultan Ismail, who is a great scientist in the field of vermicompost, who introduced the term vermicompost to the world. First time in the world introduced by the great person who studied in Chennai City College, New College and Madras Christian College. He moved for his PG for Madras Christian College. Be proud. He also gave a lecture in Anakil Research Institute. I know that. I have seen the video clip also. Right? Soil is a life for human. It's life for, right, a man. That is what he mentioned in his slides. Right? Yeah. So I don't want to give much information because we already discussed many about it. Then algae is a plant. You can see the divergency. right? See, Arun is boring. Okay. Divergence, you see, algae is there, which is growing in the water. Without water, no algae. There are some plants also like that, even though it is angiosperm plant, like lotus. Take, we can take it. So this is the divergence of the character of lower group to higher group of plants. Still I am in classical only. I just move on to the classification. Right. Professor Frick's classification, as I said, there are 11 families you can see based on the reserve food material, pigmentation and the morphological character. Altogether you can see here the complete information of the classification. Then these are the people who contribute a lot to the field of algae. Today we are listening or you are hearing my speech because of them. Today you are studying a paper like algology because of them. In your subject like a botany or plant biology, biotechnology course, because these people are contributed a lot throughout the world. I am saying about throughout the world, there are many scientists, not only in India. I have some slides related to the Indian contributors, we will see that. Right? These are the people, including the MOP Iyengar, right? This is a famous algologist. From your college, there is a great scientist who contributed a lot to the society. Anybody guess? Sundaralingam and Ramanathan, the two great eminent professors who worked in Pachepas College Botany Department. I am proud. Salutation to them because I am also algologist. The same say, right? So these people have contributed a lot. Then these are the organization of Thales. As I said already, you can see starting from unicellular, filamentous, right? What is this? The small thing hairy-like structure. What do you call? General term. General term. Absolutely. See, that is what I can recognize you people as algologists. Flagella. There are two types of flagella. You people study wing type and a flash type character. Then again this flagella, if it is present in only one, is called anterior. If it is present opposite side, is called the posterior. Then multiflagella is present in the entire body. There are many things are there. I am not taking class, so that I don't want to go in detail on this. Right. So this is a complete information of the algal Thales organization, starting from unicellular to multicellular, filamentous as well as macro forms. Right. I just want to show you some of the information over here. You can see there is a small filamentous like organism. It looks like a watch strip. Right. This looks like a watch strip. You can see here fragile area. What do you call? Fragile area. Hereafter you won't forget it. I know that. The way I am giving that information, fragile area, you can see here the character, right? It looks like a watch strip. You have to learn in such a way. I learned in such a way. That is what I am sharing, some kind of information as additional information to understand. You can see here, what is this? It looks like a star-like character, pediastrum, right? Pediastrum. It looks like the star-like characters. You can take the same way to understand the classical information, because without the classical information or understanding of the classical information, you cannot take it for application. If you want to be application expert, learn from starting from end. That means from lab to land science technology. What do you call? Lab to land science technology. So the character of reproduction, if people are studied, there are three major characters: vegetative, asexual and sexual. I just covered all the information. This PPT already I given to your sir, Dr. Ranjith Kumar. Anytime he may upload it to the WhatsApp group or whatever group, you can take it, but don't share to anyone. It is only for you, right? Yeah. Then this is a sexual reproduction character of the reproduction character. Then famous Indian phycologist, as I said, there are some people like MOP Iyengar, then Desigachari, Bharadwaj. I think you people might have seen these people, right? Baluswamy, Sivasubramanian, and V. Krishnamurti. I think in your college there is a place where there is a photo, the person, Professor V. Krishnamurti, because he was a former professor of Pachepas College, right? Who is called as a father of Indian civil. What do you call? Father of Indian civil, who identified a location for finding a rich of diversity. There is a place, now the construction completed and we have a alternate energy, Kudangulam, right? There is a place, Idintakare. What do you call? Idintakare. Now you cannot go there because the police, they will catch you and they put it in the prison. It's a restricted area. But where the enrich of the diversity, right? Only the person who introduced the spot for us. So throughout the year, we people go there. Nowadays we are not going, right? Due to the restriction area, due to already they constructed the alternate energy. So the person who contributed a lot, he is having his own research institute like AARI, Krishnamurti Institute of Algology, Right, it is not running 100%. Here, this institute is running 100%. No competition for him. Right, that is what you people are enjoying over here in Chennai. But there was an institute like a Krishnamurti Institute already is done by the same professor after his retirement. Still, right, until his last breath, he was worked with algae. There is another person who is my guide, who is a former head of the department, Vivekananda College. His name is Dr. Siva Subramanian, who is my mentor. Then there is another person, Dr. M. Balaswamy, is also a great contributor in the field of algae, who worked in Madras Christian College. He was served as head of the department in Madras Christian College, who contributed a lot in the field of classical information. On behalf of his place, I joined over there. Right, on behalf of his place, I joined. After his retirement, I joined over there his place. Still, I have my copy of RJDC, Regional Joint Director, who given the appointment letter. They mentioned replace of due to the retirement, due to the age. The M. Balaswamy, he retired in so and so date in 4 note, so and so person, Dr. Ranjith Kumar, who replaced the place for working as a algalist. I am proud to share such information at this junction, right? Yeah. So, whatever I said, this is the backbone for going to application. Application means it's a vast area. Just 1 day is not enough. 2 days not enough. 1 month not enough. 1 year not enough. 3 years not enough. 100 years not enough. You understand what I am saying? You can keep on moving, expanding the technology. That is what I just put all together. This one slide is enough to become a multi-millionaire. How many of you want to become a multi-millionaire? Immediate action, only few people only. See, you can make money through proper channel. I am not saying you go and drop the money from someone who is rich. I am not saying that. You have knowledge. The knowledge, right, is called intellectual property. What do you call? Intellectual property, IPR. You have knowledge. Nobody going to steal you. See, I am giving this slide to you people. You know why? There are some professors. Don't give. They say. I am giving only property. Knowledge is with me. You cannot steal my knowledge. You understand what I am saying? Right? See, your name, what you say? Lingamala. Lingamala having 50 rupees. I have 50 rupees. I am going to give my 50 rupees to Lingamala. What is the cost now? 100. What is the cost I am having? 0. You understand? Knowledge is the same way. I have 50, my knowledge is 50. Lingamala having the knowledge of 50. I am giving my knowledge to 50 of knowledge, right? The volume of knowledge to Lingamala. Now she is having 100%. And my knowledge is 50%. I can keep on add my knowledge. You can keep on add my knowledge. You can spread the knowledge into everyone. That is what I said. I am going to give the PPT to the sir and he will give it to you. So there is, you can't say that they steal. Even sometimes I say they steal. What they do? There is a end. There is a end for everything. You understand? Right? So your knowledge is your knowledge. Your value is your value. I am going to conclude with this word, the end of my lecture. We will move on to the next level. So the biotechnology potential of algae, there are plenty. I am not going to touch all the information. Just 2 information I am going to touch with my slides. One is treating wastewater, because the entire world, the people are facing alarming issues. There are many. The bullet effect to the earth. The most bullet effect to the earth is, the one is global warming. The second one is wastewater, because wherever human is there, the generation of waste, that may be a solid waste or liquid waste. We people are living in Chennai as a cosmopolitan, right, the center, the places, right, it's a greater corporation of Chennai, right, GCC, am I correct? Greater corporation of Chennai. We know that what is waste. The waste again is a solid waste and a liquid waste. The liquid waste are connected to the drainage, and where we have a treatment, not kuva. Right? People are doing the same. I know that. I know. I am respecting this answer. You people are correctly answered. It is not a wrong answer. It is a right answer, because many people without treatment they directly let out into the pool. That is why around the Chennai, right? There is a movie also. Manorama was sung a song, right? Singara Chennai, Chennai Sutti Paka Pora, Chennai Sutti Kuvaru. There is a song is there. I am not right expert in the right having all these the words which is there in the movie as a song. Right, so this Coombe river is enriched with waste, because what he said, they let out directly. We have a treatment plant, STP, sewage treatment plant. You can see the many places here in and around in Chennai. Many places are there. Slum, right, water board. We call it as water board sewage treatment plant. though we are doing such a treatment, it is not enough because the more population and most amount of the generation of the wastewater. You can take example of just Chennai city alone per day, how much liters they are generating? Millions of wastewater they are generating. Take example of, I used to give example my own college because it's a 365 acres Madras Christian College. There are around 8,000 students plus around 1,000 staff members, including teaching and non-teaching. Altogether, the waste generation per day is 100 kiloliters. 1 kiloliter means 1,000 liter. You just imagine. 1 kiloliter means 1,000 liter. So 90,000 to 100 kiloliter per day effluent generation. What they are doing? They are going to do the treatment, the conventional method. We have a university, the conventional method, treating the wastewater by using the primary treatment, tertiary, primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary treatment is there. But we have to spend a lot of money buying chemical, making pH, and reducing some chemical and reduction of the BOD, COD. You people might have studied about BOD, COD, biological oxygen, chemical oxygen. See, without this. The parameter reduction, we cannot afford to enter the water into the Coombe river, what we say. Because what will happen? The Coombe river is entered into the sea water. There is a rich of diversity, the flora and fauna in sea water, it is going to destroy. Suppose like a Madurai, right? We have a sea, but Madurai we don't have sea, right? What they do? They will let it into the land, the cultivatable land. What will happen? The cultivated land, if you suppose let it into the sewage water, not sea water, sewage water. Sewage means domestic, right? It will become unfertile land which is not suitable for cultivation. There are thousands of hectares of land in Tamil Nadu is unfertile land. The people are trying to make to use as a cultivatable land, but it is impossible until if you are not using a proper technology for treating wastewater. We have technology. Already, the greatest place, already they invested huge money for treating the holy river. Anybody guess? Holy river in India? Ganga. Right? In Ganga, naturally is happening. Even the people are taking bath. Even some places when you go to Kasi, right? The dead body, they are drowned. They put it inside. Right? It's floating. Even some of the dead body which is partially burnt and they simply throw it into the river. All these things are happening, but still the water is holy river. You know why? Anybody guess? Because of the organisms. Every second, the organism which is dominated in the water, it is going to clean the Ganga. See what a beauty. You and me, we are not going to do. Already the existing technology what we have, it is doing. But we have to tune it because more population. See, in those days, only 100 in a village. So we have enough food. Now, thousands of people, only the same food available in the village. How can they are going to do it? They may be shared. You understand? So why we want to take or why we want to update our technology? Because to fulfill the demand. Okay, so we can take like a phytoremediation in detail, maybe 1 or 2 example, but there are plenty of applications are there. Even you don't have knowledge. Sir, I don't like it, sir. Even I am also against to application like molecular studies. I don't want to kill any organism. I don't want to remove the DNA from that. Now we have hybrid. We have technologies. Even for COVID, the vaccine, it is, what is that? It is RNA derived chemical. It's a compound from derived RNA. They isolated the particular gene which is going to suppress the disease. I am against, but still I am working as application. I know what I want to do. I know my knowledge. I know what I learned from my group, my mentors. You understand, right? That is what the subject is helping for us. You may be ask your parents or you may be tell to someone, hey, what you are doing? I am doing BSc botany. What botany? What subject? How you are going to survive in the world? Right? You people are heard about it. Forget about it. There is a scope if you have hope. There is a scope if you have a hope. If you have hope, definitely there is a scope because they do not know what is life. Without knowing, they are doing a lot. Even ask your parents, even they sometimes your relatives, they criticize you. Hey, what you are studying? Ask them, you know how the milk became converted as a curd? They do not know the hidden of science. There is a bacteria which is present in the atmosphere, especially for the lactobacillus, which help for conversion of the milk into curd. They do not know. You and me, that is what we are standing away from these people, the layman, who doesn't know about the knowledge. Be proud to study such a kind of subject like life science. You can make more money if you have knowledge. Right? You can make more money if you have knowledge. That is what I am just giving a lecture for you to understand. So with this frame, what I given as an example, please keep it in your mind. Then it will be going to help for you until your last breath, because algae produce good amount of oxygen, right? So water, as I said, water is important. The chemical composition, right? H2O, number of hydrogen 2. This is 2. O is my head. The water is always in a bombarding movement. If the bombarding movement is coming down, that freeze, then water is not a liquid condition. You understand that water is important for day-to-day life. The water is supposed to be in a neutral condition. That means the pH is 7. But now we are waste. We are developing, or we are generating the huge amount of the waste. The waste became spread into the almost all the water bodies. As he mentioned, in the Coom river which connected to sea, or take to the land area, or in the area like a pond or puddles, wherever you can see. I think the people might have studied in a school or maybe in your UG level, even PG level, you have some subject like ecology, eutrophication. What it is? Eutrophication. Anybody? I think that question I am asking.
Oxygen in the water is reduced.
Okay.
Causes organism to change.
Okay. Eutrophication is nothing but it is an indication of pollution. Single line answer. It's indication of pollution. As he mentioned, the depletion of oxygen. Oh my God, what happened? You just imagine. The depletion of oxygen is going to kill the fish and other organism which is growing in the water body. So wherever the accumulation of the waste, how it happened, maybe after rain we can see. I think already Dr. Ilay Verma sir who done some work, he collected some sample from Promet Lake. We had a study, we did for one PhD scholar work. So the depletion of oxygen, then the increasing the pollution again is a big problem for the microbial diversity. Right? I am not only saying about the human and other higher organisms. Even the microbial diversity is going to endanger. You understand what I am saying? Algae is going to. But there are many organisms which contribute a lot to the nature in terms of oxygen, in terms of purifying the atmosphere gas, in terms of fertilizers. So I can keep on telling you so many informations that the importance are role by organisms in the entire earth, right? Yeah. So coming to the problem like water, every second there are some country 10 to 15 people are dying due to the spreading of disease through water. They are taking improper purified water. Take example of Kenya, take example of Rwanda, take example of, there are some African continent, including India. Already in India, we declared day 0. Do you know day 0? 0 day? I can't say 0 day, day 0. It was declared by India, one state, that is Karnataka, who always fight with us for Malay Periyar Dam, for Kaveri. They had a problem, right? You can take example of South Africa, when our cricket players went for playing a cricket 5 years ago. The first rules and regulations what they given in the piece of card, we call it as pamphlet. The piece of card we call it as a pamphlet. They mention, they advise for all the cricket players who are gone from here to South Africa, they tell don't take much water for bathing, don't clean your car, don't wash your shoes. This is the rules and regulation for them, because they declare 0 water, day 0, right? The 0 water, that means no water for them for taking. It happened. See, it happened in one country. Why not is going to happen for us? Soon it is going to happen. Keep it in your mind. Save water. What do you call? Save water. You save after that environment. First you save water. Right? You understand what I am saying? See, water is much important. Without water we can't do that. Even our body, if you take example, when you are small baby at womb, at Amma, right? When you are in the womb, right? Your body is made up of 90% water. When you born, after you are growing at this level, now your body content, right, whatever the flesh, blood, everything all together, the water content is 70% in your body is made up of water only. You understand? So water is important for us. So the people are facing in so many countries due to the improper sanitation, right? And they are dying. Every second 10 to 15 people are dying only by the spreading of or invading of the disease through the improper water or contaminated water. You can take it in a different way. So you can see the waters are where it is available, like a pond, river, and these are the pure water, right? Or otherwise called the potable water or fresh water. Nowadays you can't say that it is a fresh water or potable water. Take example of the organisms even purifying, but it is still, right, it's impure. Due to the so many gritty things are there, right? Am I correct? Take example of Erode. Erode is the place for, is a gateway for, Erode is a gateway for Manchester of South India. Manchester of South India is a gateway for textile industry. What they are doing? They are using too much of chemicals to have a different cloth, like a different colors. Right? Now the chemicals became a liquid waste and they enter into the river like a Noyel river. The entire Noyel river is contaminated because of the water. I don't know whether you have a habit of reading daily newspaper. Whatever I am telling, I am not reading any books. I am reading only in the newspaper. Even day before yesterday in the Hindu, they came with the one river issue where they let out the wastewater. Right? They simply let out into the river. The entire area is spoiled because of the chemical contaminations. You understand? Yeah. So this is what I just mentioned here, the community spent water, the impurities, the industrial effluent. There are we have a technology. Universally people are using conventional treatment. For that they have to spend millions of dollars. I can't say in money because we never respect our money. If you say in US dollar, then everyone eyes are going, dollar. If you say 100 rupees, what money? We never respect our money. We always respect the foreign countries' values. That is what I use the word in dollar. We are spending huge money for buying chemicals for treating wastewater. Now many countries are trying to stop using the conventional treatment method because we have a technology. The technology is called green technology. What do you call? Green technology. G for green. Algae-like organisms, photosynthetic organisms are there which are able to control or treat the wastewater. The technology is called the green technology. Otherwise, it is called a zero carbon emission technology. What do you call? Zero carbon emission technology. If you have a vehicle like a two-wheeler or four-wheeler, which emit the carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitric oxide, sulfur oxide, this and that, which enter into the atmosphere. But the technology, when you are going to use, it is going to reduce the concentration of the carbon dioxide. You understand? That is what is called a zero emission carbon technology, right? And if you want to create wealth, we can do it. See, the people are telling when the human is there, there must be some generation of waste. I accept it, but I am thinking in a different way. Wherever the waste, we can create wealth. Will you do it? Will you do it? Yes, we can do it if we have knowledge. Otherwise, you will look like, yes, tell me sir. You understand what I am saying? We can do it. We create a wealth from waste. We create wealth from waste. Though it is a waste, we can create. For that, the proven example, go and check with the layman who is in the roadside. They are going to collect papers, plastics from the garbage. They are making money every day. You can't, even you completed your master degree, you go for job, they are not going to give 1,000 rupees per day for you. I am telling the truth. I know, I had experience. After I completed my postdoc, I applied in many places in Chennai and Tamil Nadu. They said you are overqualified. You are not fit for job. Overqualified. But the layman, he doesn't want to ask permission. He will go and take from the garbage and selling into the Kailangadai in your language, right? Am I correct? Make money. But we can make more than that. Millions of dollars we can make if we have a knowledge. So this is a scientific platform where you can learn many information. So without knowledge, we cannot make money. You understand? Okay, another few slides are there. So the technology what we have is very simple. What algae do? Photosynthesis. So for that, food, right, and produce oxygen. Am I correct? For that, it provides some nutrients. The nutrients are present in the water. So that may be a wastewater. You understand? Because the wastewater is enriched by so many chemicals. So the algae is going to take. This is what the green technology. Okay. Now we conclude. We treat by algae, water is cleared, right? We check the parameters, that is what the parameters, right? We check the parameters, everything is perfect as per the Pollution Control Board, right? And the American Health Public Hazard, APHA, American Health Public Hazard, because the wastewater is enriched by various microbes, including the disease which causes to human, for example, cholera, diphtheria, right? Staphylococcus. You understand what I am saying? There are so many microbes out there which causes the disease for human being, for animal. But we checked in the wastewater, nothing. Because of the wastewater is completely treated by algae and other microbes together. So now you understand that treated wastewater by biological materials. What do you call the term? Bioremediation. You understand? Treating wastewater using biological. You only answer. But maybe higher plants or lower plants, including microbes altogether, is called bioremediation. However, there are certain wastewater we cannot use bioremediation. There are certain wastewater we cannot use plants. There are certain wastewater we cannot use algae. Yes, people are telling like that. Not algae, fungi, you can take it. But all the wastewater can be treated by algae. Take example of heavy metals. You know CLRI? Have you heard about it? What is that explanation of CLRI? Central Leather Research Institute. How many of you seen double helix in your notebook, in your textbook? Double helix, what's in Greek? Have you seen? Like this. Am I correct? Even go to the temple of Mariamman temple, you can see the double helix. Right? Without knowledge. Yes. That is a double helix. But how many of you seen triple helix? You people are belongs to Chennai. Right? Take bus from your home. Reach IIT Madras opposite CLRI. There is auditorium is called Triple Helix Auditorium. What do you call? Triple Helix Auditorium. Just to see how they made a triple helix. This is how to think out of the box to learn your knowledge in the field of life science. Is it clear? So we treated the water, we confirmed the parameter based on the pollution control code or American Health Public Hazardous. Right? As per the norms, our water is completely treated. Okay, our job is over. No. Being an algal expert, being an algal application, we treat the water, the treated water we can reuse because there is no cholera, diphtheria, nothing, because it's 100% treated by biological method, so that the treated water we can reuse for gardening. You know why? The treated water is enriched by various microbes which has the capacity of trapping atmosphere nitrogen so that the plants is going to grow. You understand? Even I don't want to send to the gardening purpose. You may use for lavatory, toilet uses, reuse the water so that we can reduce the water. Especially for Chennai like people, every year, I do not know whether you are reading of newspaper Tamil or English or hearing the information, every year in the month of March, all the newspaper they mention, we have only this much TMC of water for Chennai. The another 15 days we are going to enjoy. After that no water. Then you everyone we pray Kadole and Irguno. Otherwise you have to vacate Chennai. Go back to somewhere place where our forefathers born in a remote village. It is going to happen in future if you don't have a proper knowledge in the field of technology. This is called a technology. You understand? So every year, even day before yesterday, they are talking about we have in Koel Lake this much TMC water. Without water, how can we survive in city like Chennai? So the treated water we can reuse for not potable like a drinking water because the government is already restricted. We should not take as a drinking water because we have alternate energy like conversion of seawater into drinking water. We have a center for many people who are in Kovalam, ECR road. They are drinking not from the surface of the water, the soil water. They are converted water they are drinking. Go to the Dubai, where they have fresh water. They are converting the seawater into drinking water as a potable water. This is what is going to happen in Chennai also soon. If you don't have knowledge, if you don't have interest. I do not know whether you are doing your master degree only for sake of getting your degree. If you think like this, please change today onwards, this second onwards. You understand what I am saying? Don't think like that. You are going to do something. As I mentioned the word, today learn, tomorrow leaders. You are the pillar of the country. You are the pillar of the nation. So you have a knowledge in the field of life science so that you can contribute a lot to the nation in terms of like wastewater treatment or whatever what you subject you have in the field of life science. Yes? Yeah. So we can see the simple types of wastewater from industries. Right? These are the industries. Why there is a colorful wastewater? Anybody guess? Heavy metals. Okay. Heavy metals. Okay.
Maybe some dyes.
See, I don't want to answer from my scholar. Right? I want to answer from my students because you people are budding now. Right? You have to learn many information. So the wastewater color because of the industry, what chemical they are using for manufacturing. Take example of surf. You people are know about it. Rin, right? You know surf, Rin or whatever brand. The chemical composition is same. But they are selling in a different class. Ours is the best, mine is the best. Am I correct? Everyone is advertising in the advertisement day-to-day life in the TV channel. Oh, you buy surf, it will be good for cleaning our dirty cloth. Am I correct? How they are doing such things? Because they are adding some innovative material. Even there are some comfortable. Am I correct? Comfort. The comfortable comfort. They are adding into that. The fragrance smell will come. See how people are attracting us. But all these are the chemicals. When you generate huge chemicals, right? When you get these chemicals after washing the cloth, it will become a spoil of the water, the potable water. So that is what there are different colors from the industries, household, the nature of the color of the wastewater, like a pale color. Even Puamaru, you can see what color Puamaru?
Black.
Black is color. You know why? You know why? I am also black. I am the boy who is sitting in the last. He is also me. Like you also me. Right? The same color. We are black. Huh? What is what? Hey, tell me. I know how to take students. I know how to take a class. I know how to cover all the students. That is what he spoke now. Even the people dumb and deaf, I am ready to speak them. Right? They can speak after my listening my class or lecture. I know that the magnifications, right? Attracting the people by words what I am using. Right? Am I correct? Yes, tell me. What you said? Say something what you say. Right. I want to give some small break in between. That is what I am giving now, this break. Because the IQ, the human IQ, 20 minutes capacity. After that, you may think what Amma is making nice food for me for the lunch. Okay, I will go with your name please. Kalanidhi. I will go with Kalanidhi for today for biryani for the lunch. You may think automatically it is the human nature, it's a white nature. That is what I am giving in between the break. I know I am taking much time, so I am going to reduce the time to complete the information. Yeah. Yes. So treatment of method, as already I told, conventional method, biological method, algae comes under the biological method, and I said there are different methods of treating wastewater in biological method. For heavy metals, some of you mentioned higher plants are good for heavy metals. Trapping, right? The heavy metals, right? Absorbing, bioabsorption. I think you people have heard about this kind of information. Augmentation, utilization, absorption, sequestration, right? All these things are happening in a different plants in a different varieties like angiosperms, gymnosperms. All together is happening only in algae. That is what algae is the best organism for treating wastewater. If you have heavy metal in your wastewater, we can treat wastewater using algae. No need to go for higher plants. You understand? How many of you visited any industries among you? Any industries have you visited? Have been there any industry? Any industry? That may be a chocolate industry or some production like steel industry, yes? Milk, olive milk. Where? Okay. Have you seen any trees around the campus? The industry, what kind of trees have you seen? So much. Higher plants, higher plants. Plants, name of the plants. See, I want to tell something which reach to my students, right? See, wrong information never reach to the students. I am giving a right information, including the UPC exam, CSA exam. Apart from the subject also, I am sharing because I know the value of students. Because I was a student, became a professor. You understand, right? I come across your stage. That is what I am speaking. I have rights to speak among you people, in front of you people, right? Yeah. Okay. See, many industries, they have what we mentioned, like higher plants, because the industries make noise. Any industry, you can take the huge sound is coming. It's a kind of pollution. So if you want to reduce the pollution, right, you have to grow trees, not all the trees. There are some trees that already recommended by the great scientists. I am proud to share the Madras Christian College professor, Dr. Narasimhan, who recommended for the industries, please planted a neem tree. Neem tree has such a noise pollution reducer. It is going to arrest. Like that, Asoga tree, what he mentions. Many people do not know that. So, there are many types of pollution is there, including noise pollution. I am talking about here wastewater for pollution related information. I am just adding the noise pollution because when you are looking some issues, you cannot look only for the one issue. You have to check around what are the other issues are there. If you give one material, multiple solution, you understand? One material which give for multiple solution. People always recognize. You understand? Like when you go to salon, right? Cutting, shaving all together one cost. Shaving alone one cost. Cutting alone one cost. Am I correct? See, it's not for laughing, to understand. To understand, even for go to the beauty parlor only for ladies, right? When you come out, right, the people think about whether it's our sister or brother, right? Because of that much coating is there, right? I'm just kidding you people. I'm just kidding you people. So you understand that, right? So wastewater, there are many. We can treat by biological method using various plants. Algae is the best because we can treat heavy metal, we can treat acid, we can treat the chemicals which is enriched in the wastewater like a domestic wastewater or whatever. So there is a possibility, the potential of microalgae or macroalgae for treating phytoremediation. Treating wastewater using fungi is called microremediation. I can't say that I am the expert, I am the only algalogist who is going to contribute a lot for the wastewater treatment. There are many people in the different field who are also going to contribute. It depends upon the issues what we have. You know, few years ago, I think at the time you might be started to do your first year at BSc or +2, final year. In Chennai port, we had a problem. There was a ship. Absolutely. I think your memory is good. I'm salute to you people who are answer for my question. Right? Oil spill. There was a big ship. Right? Hit by another ship. So all the oils are spilled out in the sea water. When there was a ruling politician, right? I don't want to kid you people. It happened. Who was gave a message to the people under the government employee. Hey, take buckets. Go and clean all the oil spill. And people did. There is another minister, right, who wants to save water, evaporation of the water. Put the thermocol on that. I don't want to mention the name. I know the name of the person who ruled previously as a minister. See, then all the public work department, PWD, right, public work department, they started to collect bucket from Saravana store and other places for cleaning the spill of the oil spill in the sea water. But it is impossible. Then few researchers, the scientists, the experts, they approached the ruling party and they tell the scientific information, we can clean that within 48 hours or 72 hours or a week. Then immediately the people are asking how. Then around us there are the people who studied in a different college, the basic life science. They say yes, the technology is going to happen. Then there is a microbes. Pseudomonas, absolutely, who said? Again scholar, right? So there is a microbes which help at trapping the oil from the surface of the water. It happened. They done it. Otherwise, no. There are a lot of diversity is gone nowadays in Madras, the Bay of Bengal. It happened in Bay of Bengal beach, right? The port where the collide of the two ships, the oil spillage. No need of. Then another scientist who came. Why you are waiting for a week to clean the water? We have a technology. Within 48 hours is enough to clean. Yes. No other technology. This is the best technology. Yes. Mycelium. You people are studying mycelium. It's a part of fungi. Right? Mycelium. Right? The bunch of mycelium. Single one, what you call mycelium single one? Hyphae. You are right? Hyphae. So the hyphae and mycelium have the capacity of trapping oil. See the technology. They have a small brick-like structure of mycelium. They grow and they put it in the seawater. They absorb all the oil spill in the seawater. Within 48 hours it happened. But already our people, they done it so that they didn't go. But foreign country, in case if they happen with the collision of a ship, they will take the mycelium bricks, they put it in the seawater, wait for 48 hours, then they will take it. No sea spill there. What? The oil in the surface of it. This is what the technology. So that for treating this kind of issues is called microremediation. You understand? But instead of going one issue with a one strategy, why not we go for altogether algae? That is what people are listening my lecture. Algae can do treating the wastewater. Algae can do. We can use for treating the heavy metals, even for oil spillage or water. This is what now one of the leading technology in the world is phytoremediation. If you want to know more information on it, I do not know whether you people are joined with Research Gate. Ask research scholar Akka. I don't know how you are calling Akka teacher. Right? You can ask her. She will tell you she joined. She recommended. She also joined by Research Gate. She is following me. that is what I know. But last 2 days before following me, I just saw that ResearchGate, where you can get lot of articles without paying paise. No need to spend your parent money. I know it is not your money. Still you are studying. Maybe there are some few people who are going for part-time job, but that money is only for your day-to-day basic need, not for purchasing books, right? If you want to purchase book, don't waste money. Don't go to the shop. There are plenty of books or online books are available. For that, you have to use your brain. Otherwise, it will become garbage, right? Don't dump all the waste in your brain, right? You have to brisk yourself. You have to brisk yourself and learn many things, because there is no border for learning. We may have border for Pakistan. If you cross, you can extract the compound, sell as a product. The many products are derived from algae nowadays, the pharma product. I'll tell you some of the informations, right? They're related to that. Then I will wind up this information with one small exercise for you people to inspire yourself. Why you want to be a student, a master degree student, or what you learn so far, what you are going to learn, many things hereafter, right? You know folic acid? Folic acid. FO, folic acid. Don't shy. Alright, you are a science student, you have to learn many things. Folic acid, when the lady who confirmed by doctor the pregnancy, I do not know whether you ask your akka, ask your amma, ask your relatives, right? The pregnancy woman, they are supposed to take folic acid from the diagnostic date to 90 days. You know the reason why we want to take folic acid? When we are in the home as a small new, right, a developing baby, not newborn baby, developing baby. We are not born at that time, right? Why? The folic acid is a kind of fatty acids which is important for brain development. Anybody ask? Even if some people, if you do some small mistake at home, even your father or relatives, immediately they are tempered and they ask, Arivirika, Modaraka, you just tell them, I have brain. When I am there in my mother home, the first 90 days my brain was developed. You would have asked me in between 90 days, Modarika. Yes, I don't. Now we are at the age of 25 or 26. I have brain. You understand? For the development, go to the doctor. I know you people are going go to the doctor when you are sick, but you didn't tell anything. Open your mouth. Turn yourself this side. You never interact with the doctors. You must interact. You are a master degree student. Whenever I go to the doctor, I always talk. Even sometimes say, what he is asking. I used to talk because of the crazy to understand the subject, right? You just ask them, sir, doctor, I heard about folic acid. What is this? Why you are prescribing for pregnancy lady? And they will tell you brain development. First 90 days, we should take. Ask the sir, he might have experience, right? He has a kid, right? So the doctor may be advised for his wife to take the 90 days of the folic acid. Where it is available, the folic acid? Anybody guess? Knowingly and unknowingly, we are taking so many products from natures. Leaves or vegetables, but very less. Where it is enriched? Fish or algae. You understand? So you can make money. You can make money for good things. You understand? So that there are so many methods are there for applications. You can take acid biomass, or you can extract the compound. Again, now the technology, bioinformatics in the field, bioinformatics, which help a lot for communicating so many information and give solution for various areas. Higher molecular weights, lower molecular weights. That means proteomics and genomics. If people are studying, I think you might have a paper of bioinformatics, or maybe a part of syllabus for you in your papers, right? Bioinformatics, proteomics, genomics. High molecular weight, low molecular weight, you can separate, you can go for recombinant technology, whatever, for making a various products. Is it clear? Yeah. So that is what I just mentioned. This is application of fuel from algae. This is alternate fuel in future. Not only alternate fuel like bioethanol, biobutanol, you people study ethanol, butanol, right? Hydrogen, future fuel. I said solar power is there in my college, is alternate energy. Atomic energy is, we have alternate energy. These energies are not renewable. See, the entire world now you are looking sustainable renewable energy. What do you call?
Sustainable renewable energy.
What is the meaning of sustainable? What is the meaning of renewable? See, the source is supposed to continuously, we have to get it. That is what renewable. Sustainable means we have to make the product continuously until the last, right? The sustainable renewable. See, atomic energy means there is a limitation. Solar energy, when we have sunlight only we are going to trap. After that, see, India like country, we have a good light exposure, sunlight, natural. What about the country like there are some country where doesn't have light for 6 months. Do you know the country? Norway, absolutely, right? Good, right? Norway. There are some places doesn't have sunlight. How they are going to get alternate energy? They can't. It's impossible for them. So we have to think to get alternate energy, and that too carbon neutral energy, zero pollution energy. That is ultimately I mentioned the word sustainable renewable energy that we can get from biological material. I am proud to share that algae is going to play a major role for production of alternate energy in future. That is hydrogen fuel. We already showed you the chemical of water, H2O. You just take only hydrogen. It is a fuel. The fuel which come from algae. There are many algae. They proved the production of hydrogen. I think if people studied in school level also, you studied the way single cell plant example. What algae you studied? A single cell plant? Chlamydomonas. I don't want to waste your time. Chlamydomonas. Chlamydomonas already they done 100% laboratory research for production of hydrogen as an alternative fuel, green fuel. What do you call? Green fuel, carbon neutral fuel. So that is what I said, green technology. Now you can connect from the beginning what I mentioned, all the word I explained now. Almost I touched all the area. Green technology in future is going to happen because of the algae. See, India like a few countries are hesitant to invest money in the field of algae. But there are many countries, I am proud to share that. There are many countries, if you have knowledge, you will become a consultancy another 10 years or 15 years, because many countries already they invested tons of, millions of dollars for production of algae and alternate fuels. If you have knowledge, right, don't fall to any company to work. You become a consultancy. Right, there is one professor who is no more now. His name is Professor L.V. Venkatraman, who is a great scientist in the field of algal application. He was worked as a professor in the university CFTRI, Center for Food Technology Research Institute, Mysore. If you want to talk to him for 1 hour, you have to pay 30,000 rupees as a consultancy. How much? 30,000. Even ask your parents, for them it is not a salary, permanent salary. Am I correct? There are few. Isn't it? Just 1 hour consultancy, you have to pay 30,000. Whether you are taking that information to launching or not, it is a secondary. So just meet a person. Imagine at the place you are there and I want to meet you, I have to pay 30,000 rupees. That is what the knowledge plays a major role. You understand? Knowledge plays a major role if you have a knowledge. So there are the avenues where there is a people not involved much, or maybe there are some people involved. It is not fulfilled so far. Still, the area is open. It's open for everyone. Even tomorrow you may contribute something. If you get some alternate fuel like hydrogen, everyone they are going to celebrate with your name. What is your name? Roger Rajeshwar. Right, they are going to celebrate with their name. Yes, it has happened already. Watson Crick, we are celebrating. Who discovered the DNA? Am I correct? Patacharya, right? The zero. Right, who discovered? There are many, even for Wright brothers, who discovered flights. Today we are enjoying. Am I correct? So these things are going to happen if you have a knowledge and knowledge and interest. The enthusiastic information what I am sharing with you. Right. I would start with this information. CFTRI already I said. Coming to the last portion regarding your job security. I do not know how many of you feel that after completing your MSc people are going to get your job. I do not know. Maybe some people just for if you completed master degree, when you go for marriage, you can tell Makula completed his master degree, so that they will give more dowry. Am I correct? Even if you go to the south, interior south, they will get more dowry and they will get a permanent job based on the dowry how much they are getting. Because the job is very tough nowadays. It's very competition. Right? You know, the assistant professor job in Tamil Nadu, the cost is 35 lakhs to 40 lakhs. Otherwise, you would have gotten a permanent post now. The AARI, the preparator, right, the scientist, Dr. L.A. Burma, you would have get at this stage position because that much competition. money. Without money, no value of you. So it's very competition. Don't think that I'm going to complete my master degree. I finished. Everyone's yes, yeah, I'm master degree or doctorate. Nobody is going to. Right? Think about your qualification. How much you have in your pocket, they will respect you. You understand what I'm saying? Do we have any opportunity to get my permanent post? Yes, we have. Already I mentioned pollution control code, NBE. Without PhD, you can get your position like a scientist. If you are going to complete your PhD, even for doing PhD, you can make money. For that, you have to clear exam like a NEET exam, National Eligibility Exam, not NEET. This is NET, right? This is NET exam, CSIR exam. Even if you don't have, it's very tough to complete a CSIR exam, you can make money by doing your PhD. There are many students. For that, doing your MSc, you have to publish article, at least 2 articles. Right? Publication, articles. You have to publish during your MSc. My students are used to do. I have some slides. What outcome from Madras Christian College Botany Department Algae Lab under my guidance. There are around 28 students so far completed their master degree under my guidance, and all the thesis we converted as an article or conducted as a workshop, or we conducted as a workshop along with the product. Even day before yesterday, the students who attended the internship last 15 days in Madras Christian College Botany Department, we had the last session algal application. They did, I demo for them making a soap, a spirulina soap. I think I have some pictures I will show you. That right? Yeah. Yes, we can see all the technologies, the production of algae for wastewater, lab to field experiment. Right. These are the lab to field experiment. This is an empty tank. Wastewater, effluent. The color is you can see. After treatment by using algae, what color you are looking? Green. Because of algae are green color. You should understand. See, I am not magician. Right? I am not magician. I am a researcher. I am a scientific background person. I cannot tell you if you throw right stone you will get mango. May or may not be get mango. You understand? But the science, if you have a proper knowledge, you are going to do all this thing. That is what these are the poor example of the technology what we have for treating wastewater using algae. Yeah. See, when you look, you cannot see algae, only the color you can see. But when you look under the microscope, the wastewater color, this is the treated water having, what is this? All cells, algae. Right? You can see under the microscope. I think you might have seen the microscope, right? Already you have experience in AARI. This is the treatment of water. When you keep in a beaker, you can see the pale color in lab, in field. Field, why is so dark green color? Anybody have idea? Concentration of algae. How these algae are concentrated in that field? Anybody has very simple solution. Very simple question. You can give a simple solution for that. This is what think out of the box. Lab also we did the same experiment, but in lab we got only very less color of green color, but in field sunlight. Very so much action of the due to the sunlight, good sunlight, photosynthesis. நிறைய photosynthesis நடக்கும், நிறைய biomass வரும். நிறைய biomass வரும்போது color நிறைய வரும். இதுதான். There is no magic. It is a real science. It is a real science. I can't say it's a magic. I know magic. I know how to cover my students because I learn many things. That is what I am standing in front of you. I am sharing all these things in a magic way. Do you understand? Yeah. So these are the industries example for wastewater, right? Treatment. This is. I heard about the name alginate. Let him sleep. Alginate கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா? Alginate. நீங்க பச்சை பாஸ் காலேஜில் படிக்கிறீங்க, உங்கள் வாத்தியாரை பற்றி எனக்கு தெரியும், உங்கள் ஹெச்ஓடி பற்றி எனக்கு தெரியும், நீங்கள் படிக்கிற சப்ஜெக்ட் என்ன சிலபஸ் இருக்குன்றது எனக்கு தெரியும். ஆல்ஜினேட் படிச்சிருக்கீங்களா? ஆல்கே கிடையாது, ஆல்கே தான். ஸ்காலர் நீங்கள் சொல்லுங்க. Alginate
is a compound that is extracted from a seaweed, sir, and that is used for trapping some chemical compounds.
So many. Alginate is nothing but how many people you are fond of eating ice cream? Sir, pasine atla sir you eating sir. emulsifier. Everybody we are fond of taking ice cream. The ice cream gelling character not because of, right? The reason the gelling character, softness, the emulsifier, right? Because of arginate. There are 3 phycocolloidal components are there which belongs to algae, seaweeds, pheophytes, rhodophytes, and chlorophytes. Seaweeds are there, but alginates only 2 families. The alginate and phycocolloidal component. 3 phycocolloidal components are there. One I mentioned like alginate, which belongs to the family of pheophytes, brown algae, sargassum, right? Turbinaria. Which mari na parukudane. Idu nadakirupanga air pollution-ya. சரி யாரோ ஒரு ஆள் எடுத்துப்பாங்க பிரபாகரனா யாரோ ஒரு ஆள் சொல்லி இருப்பாங்க பாத்துருக்க மாட்டீங்க அதுதான் right. So turbinaria, right, these are the algae. You are master degree, you have to listen the class, don't skip the class. See, I want to tell you, hereafter don't skip a single class, whether you are taking in right way or wrong way. It is not your business. Your business is you should sit in the class, listen. Even the teacher, if they are not interested to take, if you are sitting every day, they will automatically come and take class. It happened for me when I was doing my BSc in Vivekananda College. There are few professors who doesn't like to take class, but everybody we used to sit in the classroom. Automatically the HOD asked, hey, why you are not going to classroom? Then they started to come. Few days after that they are thinking about how come they are standing without taking class for long days. At least a few days after that they are supposed to read few books. Automatically became a student. You understand? To take class. So see, everything is in your hand. Don't blame others. Even today, he requested me to give a lecture. I am ready to give. If I am not giving all these things, then what do you think? After this lecture, he said, what this guy said. Am I correct? So everything is in your hand. If you reacted in proper way, that is what I used to say my students, I am like a mirror. If you laugh, you can see in the mirror, I am also laugh. Because I am a mirror. If you cry, I am also cry. If you hit, I am also hit. This is what I am like a mirror. Teacher is always like a mirror. They will give all the informations, right? So keep it in your mind and then listen and attend the class hereafter every day. Right? This is what the output which I want to tell. Right? So this industry is alginate industry where they produce alginate from seaweed. Ice creams are coming, right? Hereafter when you are eating the ice cream, but it vary quantity. All local people they are not giving that much amount of emulsifier, right? They may put a small amount, the branded. Better you go all together the last day. Maybe here there are some ice cream shop is there, vanilla, Arun ice cream, right? Not only eating, check the pack. They mention they added alginate. Even the toothpaste today, what you are using? How many of you using at home Colgate toothpaste? Colgate. கையை தூக்கிறதையும் யோசிக்கிறீங்களா? டேய் உன் சைஸுக்கு 2 கையும் ஒரே டைம்ல தூக்க வேண்டாம், சும்மா ஜாலியாக இருக்கணும். Right? See, in Colgate, new brand, I think the advertisement also is that one boy was treating, then he felt that the cavity pain, then one lady who come, அறிவு இருக்கா, உம்பு இருக்கா, எதற்கு வரல, இருக்குல்ல, that is the advertisement. Then உங்களுடைய பேஸ்ட்ல வந்து கறி இல்ல, உப்பு இல்ல, அறிவு இல்ல, கொஞ்சம் கூட மானம் இல்ல அப்படி சொல்லிட்டு இருப்பாங்க. It is happening. See, in those days, what our forefathers used for brushing, we used single, we used neem, we used charcoal. Very good. Our language பாதி சொல்றேன், நான் தமிழ்ல சொல்லிட்டு ரைட். கறி, அடுப்பு கறி வீட்டுல போனா எரிஞ்சிருப்பாங்க, அதுல ஒரு கட்டி எடுத்து தேய்ச்சிட்டு பல்ல விளக்குவாங்க. கொஞ்ச நேரம் கழிச்சு சிரிச்சோம்னா அப்படியே பரபரன்னு இருக்கும். இப்போ நம்ம தான் சிரிச்சா யாரும் பார்க்கறது கிடையாது. Isn't it? Right. So how it is happening? Because of the product alginate they are adding in Colgate, new Colgate. நீங்க நம்ம எல்லாம் என்ன பண்ணுவோம், பொருளை வந்து வாங்கணுமா உடனே பிடிக்கி வாயில வச்சு தேய்ச்சிக்கணும், அவ்வளவுதான். அது உள்ள ரேப்ல என்ன எழுதி இருக்கிறதெல்லாம் பார்க்க மாட்டோம். Year after any product, if you purchase, don't look only expiry date, look what ingredient they added, how it is important for us. So minute amount of alginate they are adding in Colgate because it gives dizzling of our teeth. என்னது dizzlingனா ஷைனிங். அது விளம்பரத்தில் காமிப்பாங்க, அப்படியே பல்லு ஃபுல்லாக ஸ்டாராக இருக்கும். அப்படிலாம் நினைக்காதீங்க, அப்படிலாம் வரவே வராது. அவங்க ஓவராக விளம்பரப்படுத்துவோம், அதெல்லாம் கேட்டு நீங்கள் நம்பிடக்கூடாது. பல்லு நல்லா இருக்கும். எனாமல், இவங்க எனாமல் விச் இஸ் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஃபார் அஸ் சொல்லுவாங்க. செல்லு கூட இல்லாமல் இருக்கலாம், பல்லு இல்லாமல் இருந்தால் லைஃப் காலி, தெரியுமா? அதனால தான் MBBS ஒரு கோர்ஸ் இருக்கு, BDS ஒரு கோர்ஸ் இருக்கு. ஏன் என்டையர் சிஸ்டம் கான், பல்லு இல்லைன்னு வச்சுக்கா ஒன்றுமே பண்ண முடியாது, அவ்வளோதான். எவ்வளோ பேர் பாரு நல்லா இருந்திருப்பாங்க, பல்லுலாம் இருக்காது, அப்படியே சாப்பாடு குறைஞ்சிருக்கேன்னா பல்லு இல்லை, டைஜஸ்ட் ஆகாது, ஆல்காரி ரோகையா மார்கையா உங்க லாங்குவேஜில் சொன்னா it is happening. So important, enamel, right? Enamel is important. So that enamel is enriched. Calcium is nothing but calcium. Alginate is in the form of calcium alginate, which is demanded for making Colgate like a paste. I'm proof பண்றான். ஓ என் ப்ராடக்ட் பெஸ்ட்டியா கலாநிதி, என் ப்ராடக்ட் பெஸ்ட்டியா எப்படி ப்ரூஃப் பண்ணு எல்லாம் காமிங்க பாருங்க. இதில் வந்து கால்சியம் ஆல்ஜினேட் இருக்கு. கால்சியம் இஸ் போன், இஸ் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஃபார் த போன், ஸ்ட்ரென்தனிங் த போன். கால்சியம் டேப்லெட் நான் இப்படி படம் போட்டு விளம்பரம் வரும், அம்மாவுக்குலாம் சாப்பிட சொல்லுவாங்க, சொன்ன உடனே அவன் கண்ணில் அவ்வளோ ஒரு சந்தோஷம். எஸ், see this is what you have to learn the subject. I have experience, my father what he faced, the pain of the bone issues. See, இது வந்து சும்மா அப்படியே வந்துடாது. Everything is based on your own experience, what you learn. Learning is important. எதை பார்த்தாலும் அதில் சப்ஜெக்ட் பார்க்கணும். ஒரு மூவி பார்த்தா கூட தசாவதாரம், டேக் எக்ஸாம்பிள். There is a hidden of science. ஒரு சின்ன வெப்பன், பயோ வெப்பன் போட்டால் எல்லாமே காலி. இப்போல்லாம் வந்து AK-47 வச்சுக்கிட்டு நின்றுக்கிட்டு அப்படியே உட்காந்து உங்கள் பேர் நான் சொன்னேன் பூமிக்கு அவள் சுற்றணும் அப்படின்லாம் யாரும் நிற்கிறது கிடையாது. அப்படியே நடந்து வந்துட்டே இருப்பாங்க, ஒரு பயோ வெப்பன் தூக்கி போடுவாங்க, என்டையர் ஏரியா க்ளோஸ் ஒரு சர்டன் கிலோமீட்டர்ஸ். இட் இஸ் ஹேப்பனிங். It is going to happen in future for any country. அதனால Korea and North Korea, they are always doing all these things. What Dasavadaram says for us, son, he enjoyed 3 hours from this. Don't ask more than that. Science is there. What technology I am taking for you, the same technology is implemented over there. அதில் ஒருத்தன் பார்ப்பான், ட்ரைனேஜில் இருக்கும் இறங்கி இது பண்ணுவான், பார்த்துருக்கீங்களா? It's a best preservative material. உடனே கமல் சொல்லுவார், யூ ஆர் த ரியல் சயின்டிஸ்ட் சொல்லிட்டு அவர் இது பண்ணார். லாங்குவேஜே தெரியாது, அதுக்கப்புறம் பேசுவாங்க. அது கொஞ்சம் நிதானமாக கேட்டிங்கன்னா யூ அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் தட். இட்ஸ் அ பெஸ்ட் ப்ரிசர்வேட்டிவ். சாக்கடை தண்ணிக்குள்ளே இறங்கும் போது முக்கு போட்டுக்கிட்டு இது போனால் அவனுக்கு நோய் வராது. இன்னைக்கு பார்க்குற நியூஸ் பேப்பரில் ஒருத்தர் ட்ரைனேஜை க்ளீன் பண்ணாரு, அவர் உள்ளே போனவர் வெளிலே வரல. அவர் மட்டும் போகல, அவர் கூட 3 பேர் இறங்கி க்ளீன் பண்ணாங்க, அவரும் ஆளத்தான் 2 நாள் கழிச்சு எடுக்கிறாங்க. இட் ஹேப்பனிங். இடத்துல நீங்கள் ரீடிங் டெய்லி நியூஸ் பேப்பர், லிசனிங் நியூஸ் ஆகும், வீடியோக்களி பார்ப்பீங்க, எல்லாம் வாட்ஸ்அப் பார்ப்பீங்க, எல்லாம் கண்ட கழுதையும் எல்லாம் வரும். அதெல்லாம் பெரிய விஷயம் கிடையாது. டேக் இட் ஆல் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் ஃபார் யுவர் டே டு டே. இஸ் இட் கிளியர்? யூ அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் வாட் ஐ எம் சேயிங்? ஸோ alginate is important. That industry waste water they are treating by algae. அந்த ட்ரீட் பண்ண வேஸ்ட் வாட்டர் என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க தெரியுமா? நம்மகிட்ட காசு கொடுக்குறாங்க, காசு வாங்கிட்டு நம்மகிட்ட ப்ராடக்டாக கொடுக்குறாங்க. பயோ ஃபெர்டிலைசர், ஆர்கானிக் 6ன்னு சொல்லிட்டு மார்க்கெட்டில் விற்கிது. இங்கே சென்னையில் போய் கேட்காது, இங்கே யாரும் நம்ம கல்டிவேஷன் பண்ணுறது. ஆனால் நீ போய் கேட்டோம்னா உங்கள் மேலே கேள்வி பார்ப்பான், என்னடா இது கேட்கலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. அப்படின்னா வில்லேஜ் சைட் போனீங்கன்னா ஆர்கானிக் 6 பயோ ஃபெர்டிலைசர், ஒரு ஃபெர்டிலைசர் 1 லிட்டர் வந்து யூ கேன் யூஸ் ஃபார் 10 acres or something. Waste, definite. They are treated by algae and they are selling as a product. 1 liter is 1,500 rupees. Waste காசாக சொன்ன நாங்கள் வந்து வேஸ்ட்டை காசாக மாற்றுவோம். We create a wealth from waste. You understand? I connected almost all the informations, right? What I have, right? The topics for that. This is one experimental setup for mass balance theory. I don't want to tell you now. It may be little difficult to understand. Right? Fertilizer I said, right? How algae are helping for growth of plants. You can see there is a root, it is covered by root nodules and number of microbes which is going to attract, so that the trace of minerals and vitamins are taking from the roots. The roots are having so many anatomical characters like a xylem and phloem. Right? What is the function of xylem? What is the function of phloem? Conducting of the minerals and vitamins, elements are there, then conducting of food. Right? The phloem just opposite, vice versa. Conducting, right? The xylem, minerals and waters are from soil to upward. Phloem conducting the food from upward to downward. Positive geotrophism, negative geotrophism. I do not know whether you study this kind of terminology. They may ask you a question like a CSA exam. What is positive geotrophism? What is negative? Which element is helping for us? You have to take xylem if it is water. You have to take food means phloem. You understand? Yeah. So this is what the picture which I have the animated. You can see. Then root is absorbed the minerals and other things. Ultimately what will happen? These nutrients are going to help for growth of organs and the plant. So especially the leaf, small leaf, it is going to do small photosynthesis. Big size leaf, it is going to do more photosynthesis. That is why the small leaf, when you are going to use biofertilizer, it will increase the leaf size. So where the leaf size is more, there will be more photosynthesis. Where there is a more photosynthesis, there will be more food, there will be more productivity. That's what the subject, right? You can see here Organic 6, as I said, right, which help for increasing the productivity, enhancing the product. So many materials. I just mentioned here, Navadanyam. You can take it any product, right? It is going to help. These are the proven study done by Madras Christian College Botany Department students, right? These are the few more, right, information. This is myself when I was in abroad, right? There is a scientist from Germany. There is my junior who is doing a PhD in Durban University at the time, the year of 2010. This is a complete model of alternative fuel, biodiesel from algae. This strain is Bioprospecting of Algae, which we collected from Durban lake, the freshwater lake. We grow without contamination. The advantage of this, we need not to go for 5 minutes, right? We need not to go for downstream process. Shall I complete now or shall I take another 5 minutes? It's up to you. So I don't want to ask your sir and ask the students because I want the students' support. What, shall I take another 5 minutes or I would stop with this information? It's up to you. Say openly. See, I know that if it is boring, you can stop. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay, yeah. Right. I think this is the last slide. Right. These are the things which deal with Madras Christian College. These are the students they done. All this we done it and converted as a paper. These are the papers we published in Elsevier, many journals. Right. These are the papers. Right. We published and we got so many citations also. Springer also we published article. You see the Springer is a famous publisher. Right. This we conducted a workshop. Right. So I just put the few things. I don't want to explain the details. If you want, you can read, and then I'm going to give this PPT to your sir. He is going to submit. So this all together is nothing but in future, right? One product which is going to help for so many issues. If you want soap, you can get from algae, spirulina soap. If you want fuel, you can get from algae, fuel for automobile. If you want light, you can get light from algae because the algae is going to give not only light, I think it is going to produce oxygen also to get it. So whatever you want, alternative fuel, hydrogen, it is going to happen. So future is algae because due to shrinking of land. You understand? We don't have land. Urbanization, increasing the industries and this and that, shrinking of land, especially India, the backbone is agriculture. But year after we can't say that. Even though our Prime Minister declared 2023 is a millet year. 2023 is millet year, but we can't say that. Yeah, I think it's over. Right, just one small demo, 2 minutes sir. Yes, I said few words in between my presentation. Your value is your value. Am I correct? Your knowledge is your knowledge. Your potential is your potential. You understand? Your capacity is your capacity. Right? Don't afraid about what you have knowledge. If you have little knowledge than others, don't have a what you call, there is a complex, inferiority complex. Remove all these things. As I said, your knowledge is your knowledge. Your life is your life. Your value is your life. Your value. Right? I can tell you with the one demo. I have a rupee, 500 rupees, but I can't give now. What is the value? Sure? 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 Hello? இதனுடைய வேல்யூ என்ன? கண்டிப்பா இதெல்லாம் மாற்றம் இல்லையா? நான் இது மேஜிக்லாம் பண்ணல. இது 500 ரூபா தான் எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும்ல. இது 2000 ரூபா கிடையாது. என்ன செல்லாதீங்க. 500 ரூபா தானே? இதுல எந்த மாற்றமும் இல்லைல்ல? எடுப்பியா முதல்ல எடுப்போம் எல்லாரும் அக்செப்ட் பண்ணிட்டீங்க டேக் இட் அண்ட் டெல் மீ வாட் இஸ் த வேல்யூ now நான் அந்த பக்கம் திரும்பிட்டேன்
zero
the value is 500 புரியுதா ஃப்ரெஷ்ஷா அந்த நோட்டு இருந்தாலும் 500 தான் கசிங்கி போய் இருந்து சரி அவர் சொன்னார்ல இதை கொண்டு கடையில் கொடுத்தா வாங்கிக்க மாட்டாங்களா வாங்கிட்டு தம்பி என்ன வேணும்னு கேட்பாங்க நீ ஏமாந்தா 100 ரூபாய் கொடுத்துட்டு 500 ரூபாய் வச்சுன்னு சரியா பிடிச்சி போடான்னு சொல்லுவாங்க One more guess. Joking. Right. So, fresh are 500 da value. Your value is your value. Coming to the knowledge. 500 rupees. Like you people. You are fond of eating chocolate. I know that. Right? Dark chocolate. There are many, right? Hide and seek. 10 rupees chocolate. How many chocolates I can get it? 50. After I press, and again I am going to give the shop owner, buy the chocolate. How much chocolate they are going to give? Same 50. They said, no, your cost is crushed, I can't give. So your knowledge is your knowledge. Your value is your value. Right? I do not know what you are going to learn in AARI. Now you understand what AARI. What Unitarium or Research Institute is going to give the potential of knowledge. Right? My salutation to all for the passion and the cooperation for listening my lecture. Thank you. Thank you.
Business actually, algae பத்தி தெரியும் சார். Business oriented எனக்கு அது அவ்வளோக்கா எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் தெரியாது. ரெகுலர்ஸ் நான்
ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட் இவர மாதிரி ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட் சொன்னார். என்ன சொன்னார்? தமிழ்லாம் பேசினார். அவர் வந்து PhD பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காரு. என்ன ஏஜ் தெரியல. அதெல்லாம் லைஃபே அதுதான். இது படிச்சு நமக்கு ஒண்ணுமே இல்ல. ஒரு கிளாஸ் கொடுங்க. பேசிக் லெவல்ல லைஃபே அங்க தான் ஆரம்பிக்குது. நான் சொன்னல பிரைமரி குடி இது. எப்படி லேர்ன் பண்ணிருக்காங்க பாருங்க சப்ஜெக்ட். அப்ப ரிலேட்டிவ்ஸ் எல்லாம் கேட்பாங்க. இத வச்சு என்ன பண்ண போறேன்? ஆனா ஒரு சொல்லுவேன். இது இல்லாம நம்ம இல்லடா. கண்டிப்பா ஏதாவது கிடைக்கும். இப்போ நீங்க சொல்லி கொடுத்து போயிட்டீங்கன்னா ஒரு கோல்டு மைன்ஸ் கையில கொடுக்குற மாதிரி இருக்கு. நம்ம கோல்டு எடுக்கிறதா அதுக்கு நிறைய சர்ச் பண்ணுவேன். கண்டிப்பா ரிசர்ச் நிறைய இருக்கு. வெரி குட். அதான் நீங்க சொன்னீங்க மல்டிபிலியனர் ஆகலாம். கண்டிப்பா ஆமா. பில் கேட்ஸ் வந்து அவருடைய பாக்கெட்ல இருந்து ஒரு 100 ரூபாய்